So, what's up, players? Welcome to the Deck of Many Players channel here on YouTube. Let's start up the next session. That's it. I'm gonna cut from there and just edit that out.
Fuck YouTube.
I like that. Keep it. It's so cute.
Rather than going through what happened last time, you guys can see that in a second. I'm going to jump right into the action. As you guys pushed off from the island, you were able to make it back to the Wave Chaser, making your escape with your lives in tow from the Umbra Stalker. You set sail for home, or at least for Winona's home, and Palmaflora and your little village, let's call it. The next couple days journey at sea are long, harrowing. The weather is terrible, but you're able to manage course with Mabel leading the way expertly with her navigation during the evening. As you're approaching, the salty air goes a little sour, a little acrid, as you notice the sky, the clouds turning from a typical white gray to tinge of violet and off purple. As you approach Palmaflora and the sky breaks, you notice that the normal blue sky of the dark of the day doesn't arrive. That purple sky emanating out from the Hearthstar peaks seems to have extended well beyond where it was the last time we were here. That acrid smell is almost at this point, as you're approaching the island, replaced with a burning smell, like ash on the air. As you look to the island in front of you, you notice flames. Palmaflora is nothing but dark gray smoke with a vista of purple sky behind it. You see people on the beach, frantic, wondering what to do. You see a small but resilient shell of magical energy above the Tiki Lounge, the Turning Fork Tiki Lounge bar, and karaoke. As the bartender is holding up a protective shield sheltering those that came from the main town onto this secluded island. As you're approaching, the smoke starts to eat away at your sail. The material starts to slowly dissolve. Not to the point where things are just going to like completely blow up, but you can see that it's fraying ever so slightly.
That's gust barrier.
As you gust barrier, it delays that effect a little bit as you slowly pull into port. That's where we'll pick up as you arrive at the dock at Palmaflora. Mm-hmm. Amongst the chaos that is the sky raining down, smoke burning, buildings, and chaotic energy, you hear, "What are we gonna do? Where are we gonna go? Oh, bartender, can you somehow stop? Oh, I need a drink." As you hear people kind of bustling around in panic. I'll turn it to you guys as you get to the dock. What do you do?
I just have a question, Eric. So like, because we had our whole arrangement how we were going to get our ship fixed, blah blah blah. I'm assuming our ship is just fixed, or
your
it's just
ship
not
has been
fixed?
repaired to the point where it's seaworthy. Mabel
Okay.
had repaired it a little bit to make this journey back. The plan, I believe, was to get it repaired. I'll say you stopped in at VDK just to get enough, but I'd like to pick up the adventure here.
No worries. I was just making sure there was no like Clovis Concord
And-
threads to deal with.
And can I assume that we've had like long rests on the journey, so our spell
Yes.
slots are all back? and
You
stuff?
should have long rests through
Okay.
that journey.
Is the tuning fork destroyed and the only thing that's standing is the sphere?
The sphere seems to be protecting the little peninsula that is your village, the cord statue, the was it Luigi's?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Luigi's restaurant and the tuning fork. The main village across the bridge seems to be completely destroyed, almost as if like without lava and magma, like a volcano eruption has just wiped out everything around. That the bartender doesn't seem to have been able to save.
Can we dock on that peninsula? Like, is there a spot where we can pull the boat
Yep,
to?
absolutely.
All right, I would suggest we do that. Team.
And I'm going to.
Yeah.
Let's do that. So we dock at the peninsula. I all but jump off the boat and run up to the bartender and ask what happened.
Win, what are you doing back here? You shouldn't come back here.
And yet here we are. What happened?
I'm glad you say. I don't know whatever came down from the island. Don't you know? And he throws the towel over his shoulder.
What do you mean came down from the island? Was there a volcano?
From the mountains. Whoa! No, you got to get out of here. You can't stay here. My powers aren't going to be able to last forever. I'm holding back nightly eruptions of energy, magic. Something's askew. The ley lines seem to have been crossed, and it's wreaking havoc on this plane. I need you to be safe. I need you to get away from here.
Okay, I grip the bartender by his shoulders and I shake him and I say, "Pull yourself together. Tell us what actually happened here. When did it start? How long ago did this happen? How many people need to be saved? What's going on?"
About 2 days after you left, we started getting bombarded nightly as the sun came down. There'd be almost like shocks or explosions that would it's like a firework, but it would rain down and like almost like blue fire and would slowly destroy things in its wake. There's a lot of people dead over across the bridge. I was lucky enough to able to create this force barrier to hold it, but my magic's waning. I can hold out for maybe a few more days, but I got to figure out a plan to get these folks out of here. You know, as you look, your ship, the Wave Chaser, is the only thing left, as the rest of the boats are either destroyed or gone. I don't know what to do, and going into town, it's not safe. And from what I hear, the damage is much farther than Palma Flora. It's starting to spread. The circle's getting wider by the day of where this surge, this pulse, this shockwave of magical energy is being dispersed into this plane.
What do we, or I know every time, what do we know about the area? Like, is there somewhere that's not on this island that we can start boating people to that's relatively reasonable?
Well, you know that you're kind of on a peninsula. So there's the islands within the Lucidian Ocean, which you guys are familiar with a little bit, between Callista, yourself, which some of them are controlled by the Clovis Concord, some of them are controlled by the Revelry, but otherwise, you're going inland. You're going into the basically there's different ports along the south coast of Wildmount that you could make, but it's still a couple days journey to get there. Probably quicker by ship.
Okay. Okay.
Across the Menagerie coast. Sorry.
So is Port Damali, for a sense of scale, is Port Damali
Be about a day travel.
okay by ship?
Probably like half a day travel by ship, a day travel, somewhere in between there.
Right.
If you get good weather.
Okay.
So you hopped off and ran, but what did everybody else do?
I would probably like start checking in on if people were injured, see if there was anything I could do for like minor scrapes and stuff.
Yeah. As you look through, give me a. You know what? I don't think you need to check. You can see that there's a lot of people that are just shell shocked. There are people that are wounded severely, but some of the folks have been tending to those wounds. Like a couple people are like missing limbs. There's some like severe burns across. Like it's kind of traumatic.
Is Lord Jang's there?
Pardon?
Is Jang's there?
Jangs?
Yeah.
Like Jingle Jangle?
No, like the Lord, the traveling merchant.
You haven't seen him.
Okay, good.
Since you maimed him.
Okay.
Cool. We're also I'm recalling now, not good with the Stormlord. Anyway, that's fine. Dragons,
Yeah.
skies exploding, Stormlord's angry.
Stormlord. Stormlord's
Logic would
angry.
think that we went to go get a flower instead of dealing with the rip in the sky. Are we all happy with that decision?
Callista still feels good about it. Kirsten the whole
Hold
time.
on, let's tie this back to Jang's. If he didn't sell us the faulty rope, we would never have I would have never have dueled him. Never broken.
No, that's a you problem.
You do not want to go down.
Well,
that-
this is us now.
I was like, well, yellow is missing and we've got things to do. So I was like, as I said, I'm going to use like spare the dying as my cantrip and stuff. But like, I'm just effectively like checking in on people, giving them cool shells. I don't know, trying to entertain children, the whole thing.
Giving cool shells.
Easy enough. Yeah, you're helping out where you can.
This is what Callista knows. People like shells.
That's true. Eric, the blue fire, because I was thinking along the same lines as you. Like, does that ring any bells? Like, in terms of religion or history? Like, is there anything picked up from that as like an event that I would know of?
Can I note that it was blue fog that entered the jail and killed the guard? I don't know if that's
There was also a blue flame at the top of the mountains where the ley
Yeah,
lines like converged or something.
Yeah.
I would say that would be more consistent with what you're like.
Okay.
You don't need to check. You've clocked it.
Yeah.
okay. But now can we insight and figure it all out?
Can we just solve the riddle?
Can we
Yeah.
just?
How close are we to the edge of this bubble? Oh, sorry. Did you want to do something? Go ahead.
No, you keep going. You keep going.
How close are we to the edge of this bubble? Like it's just the peninsula, right? Like could I walk to that edge?
The whole peninsula that's on the map that I sent you a link to
You didn't send us a link to a map.
is free and clear.
You sent us a D&D Beyond campaign /join.
What?
Could you just look at pull up the map there?
Yeah, I've
I
got
pulled up
this.
Wildbound for us, but
No, that's not the one. Okay, let me try this one because I'm trying something new. A new owlbear competitor.
Ooh. Oh, there we go.
Okay, so this little island, but across the bridge is
The bridge
where...
is destroyed. I couldn't update the art.
Okay.
On a cute note, the island is kind of shaped like a heart.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Anatomically.
You say heart or harp?
Heart, Heart.
Actually, I think it looks more like a harp.
I'm seeing the harp.
Harp it is.
I'm wondering if I'm playing the same game as you all because I don't see either of those.
Mama Flora?
It's the last link that Eric posted.
Looks like a chicken nugget.
Oh,
I've sidebarred us. Sorry, folks are checking out what the mainland looks like. Was that someone was doing
No,
that?
Irdis would go up to the edge of the bubble.
Mhm.
Wherever it is, she would ignore everything else.
Yeah, it would extend into the water off the beach, basically.
So she would go up to wherever she could, or close enough, try and get within 30 feet of it. And classically, she will go to adjust her little baby Bjorn, realize it's not there, and like very sadly just try and cast detect magic. To see if it could extend past the edge of the bubble and detect whatever's outside the bubble.
Well, the bubble lights up as abjuration magic. Your vision, I would say, gets to basically the edge of the other side of the bridge, so you don't see much. You catch a little bit of the fire, but it's not reading as magical.
It's not reading as magical. Okay. And the other side outside this bubble is just like hellscape, essentially.
Like a village that's been razed to the ground through like a volcano that just erupted.
But it's not.
But it's not actively like rocks falling, like plumes of lava. It's like this is like the
what's
aftermath.
been described is that process seems to repeat every evening.
Repeat every week?
Every evening.
Oh, every evening.
What time of day is it? Like, can we tell from the horizon? Get a sense?
It is high noon.
Always high noon in Palmaflora.
Hmm. See what you did there.
Okay.
Is there? Oh,
So just going off of that, theoretically, it's so what I'm understanding is that it's calm right now, and the action will pick up again by evening. Okay.
is there anybody in town that we haven't seen before that like came to retreat or like salvation?
The crowd that Callista's tending to seems to be largely humanoid, elvish, a couple of dwarves, but the folks you would maybe like recognize, or at least similar to the crowd that was living in the city, if you had, or the town, if you had crossed the bridge and explored a bit. I think when you went shopping, nobody would stand out. I'll give you that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask the bartenders. So this barrier, is this focused, like, do you have to be in the tiki bar, or is this barrier originate from you?
I'm little goblin. I'm holding this thing up myself. I don't know how much longer I can hold out for, but if you guys can somehow help the people that were too injured to leave, get away from here and get to safety, that'd be much appreciated.
Well, if this happens every evening, I don't think we stand much a chance of going inland to try and get away from this. So, safest place to me seems to be by the sea. So, turn around, repair our boat, and head out on the water where the volcano can't reach.
I don't know how much longer the sea is going to be safe. Like that aura of Armageddon every evening extends into the ocean. You just don't see the damage because it's hitting water. And if it keeps getting bigger, you can only go so far.
I mean, we could go further, but I mean, the Feywild's not the safest either, but I mean, we could send people there in theory.
Is it on fire?
Who knows?
If not, then it's probably better.
Feywild?
So I've been learning some stuff. I've got this cool instrument. It kind of opens up a portal. I wouldn't say that I know a lot about it, but like I'm willing to try and it seems safer. Sorry, Eric, clarifying question from last session. I know I read the musical notes off the back of the cave of the like octopus, squid, pond, whatever thing, and I can speak the language.
Greyhawk.
Do I know where that goes? Where that song goes?
No clue.
Cool. Let's assume a bad place. The other place we know is the Feywild. Cool, back into it. Yeah, so I can do this whole Feywild thing. We kind of figured it out, but we've never gone ourselves, so who knows?
What kind of people has Wynn gotten herself into?
The best kind.
Yeah.
Sorry about your ship, by the way.
I haven't told him about that yet. It's fine. I think that could be the easiest route. If we go with them, we might be able to add some safety or keep people feeling secure. If we all go, we open up a portal to the Fey realm, everyone goes.
Can anyone? I'm trying to actually. Maybe this is out of character. I'm trying to remember. Was there an impetus for us to go to the Feywilds originally?
I think it was just that, Iris, you're from there, right? And you're like, that would be cool before we had the other issue of Yellow being gone.
Yeah.
You just wanted to leave, but now she's not going anywhere without Yellow.
Huh.
Do we know for a fact that you're out of character, that your instrument does go to the Feywild? Or is that just an assumption because of the puzzle? Because I think I looked into it and I didn't recognize it. Not that that's like the be all and end all of it, but the puzzle said Feywild. That doesn't necessarily mean that's where it's going to go.
I thought there was like a sound or smell or something when we opened it that you recognized, but I'm
Smells
not.
like Feywild.
I don't think I recognized it. But again, that doesn't really mean a lot. I wouldn't recognize a random picture of Canada.
That's fine. Yeah, I don't know that I have any assurances that it's the Feywild. So let
Because
me
no one
remind
stuck their head through or anything like that. We just
No, we didn't want to die. I was like, that's a great way to lose a limb. I learned growing up, you don't stick your hands in weird holes. Moving on.
Now that is
Great.
solid advice. Win, I want to pass that on as don't stick your hand in weird holes.
All right, I hear you.
So
Wait,
yeah,
you want to check if this?
go ahead. Go ahead.
Wait, you should check out this portal.
I just said we can't stick our hands in weird holes, so I don't think we should do that.
It's more of an ellipse.
Well, what's your suggestion then? Because regardless of what we want to do, we can't stay here.
Well, maybe we do what we thought we were going to do the first time. Maybe we climb that mountain and we put a stop to this.
Okay, Eric, I guess like how far is that hike? Did that hike take us again? That was like a day?
A day hiking. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like it's high noon now, and the fire comes in the evening. I don't think the math of this adds up.
How fast can we travel by Griffin?
I can't fly.
You can't,
can't fly?
fly?
Didn't you fly last time?
I wanted to.
I see.
But I was told that my character has not learned that yet.
Yeah, you're not leveled up enough to fly. That makes sense.
Apparently.
You were just a metal griffin.
If anything, I'm heavier. I got more items.
God, didn't you ever play that game as a kid where you like shoot a bow up in the air and you had to dodge where it fell down?
Did this
Some
involve
Russian
other
guys.
people?
Sometimes.
Then no.
Didn't they ban that in the 80s?
Yes,
Lawn darts.
are absolutely banned.
It's kind of like that, but we play it every evening.
Oh
With
my god,
giant
you
flaming
want to go?
rocks.
I mean, that is an option that doesn't involve, running from our problems again. But I don't know. Seeing how it destroyed an entire town, like completely, I don't like our odds, is all I'm saying.
What if it leads to the Shadowfell?
I also have this other portal. I didn't really get a chance to tell you guys, but like I found more notes. So like we have 2 mystery holes.
Do you know where the other one goes?
No.
Neither of those holes solves this problem, though.
The bartender did say that he can hold this up for a couple more days. So if we can get there and back in 2 days, we might be okay. But that leaves 0 time for tomfoolery.
For hole digging.
Yeah.
For Tom.
So the solution with the holes would be if we could move the people who are here, which was the problem for here, into somewhere else, they may be safer.
How many people are on this island, like roughly?
You gathered maybe like 30.
Can't they all just stand under that thing for when it happens?
That's the idea, but the bartender can only hold it up for another couple days.
Well, but my point is for those 2 days, can't they just do that?
Oh, wait. He's got it up right now. Does it only happen at night?
Yes.
Why is he
Hey,
holding?
can't you just put it up at night and have twice as long?
I only have so many spell slots.
Yeah, you rest during the day.
You should flip your sleep schedule.
Maybe that's how magic works for you, but us NPCs don't have the same rest mechanisms.
Can
Darn.
you teach me this spell and then I'll hold it up for the day and you can rest and then we can go on our journey?
What? He's already holding it up for the day. He might as well just hold it up for the evening. We gotta shut this thing down. They've got this problem solved. Let's solve the actual. They've got the Band-Aid solution.
Listen, Sven.
We should solve the actual problem because we're actually capable of it.
So
What? How do we solve this problem, Sven?
Climb the mountain and kill those fuckers. I don't understand. This is like a simple solution.
I was just echoing what Gut said, do we want to climb the mountain at nighttime when we know it'll be all explodey and weird, or tomorrow when it might not be as explodey and weird?
Well, I don't think we can afford to waste a day or anything like that. Like, I think, like, if we can take the bartender with us, then we just gotta go.
Do we bring the 30 people he's protecting that are maimed and...
That's a good point.
Are we bringing the bartender?
Why don't we take the able bodies? There's our army. We send the rest on the
There's
boat.
our army.
And then because there's gonna be a lot of kobolds, we know that. Saigon and his army.
What do you
will
got against
probably-
kobolds?
Nothing. Those are his followers. I have nothing against them.
Yeah.
I'm totally on Sven's side on this one. We need to tackle this case.
I can't even ask this without knowing the answer of what you're gonna say. But you're willing to throw these innocent people who are just villagers with no special abilities just to the fire?
What? I don't want to say what I want to say. This is yeah, sure. Sure.
I know what Flux would say. You say it. You gotta
For me,
be
shields. Then we're just gonna I'm gonna hold the dwarfs up as shields.
We are capable of tackling this. We don't need a bunch of losses from people that don't know what they're getting into. We should do what we should have done the first time, which I agree with Iris, which is like go up the fucking mountain and plug the hole.
When did this become your guys' idea? This is all junk.
Yeah, screw you guys.
I mean, again, Cameron wanted to do this from the start, but what Sven was trying to save stupid Flux's life, and that's falling apart. So
Climb the mountain from the get-go.
So-
Come back to
so-
pommel floor.
Junk just holds up the IKEA manual, looks over at Flux. Maybe you should be a shield. If we can repair you.
Make another one.
okay. So are we going tonight or are we going tomorrow? I vote tomorrow, and we do what we can to help people here tonight. Tomorrow,
how long did we say it was going to take to climb the mountain? We
A
estimate
day.
a day.
So
A day to get to the village, just so you know.
it will erupt at no matter what for once while we're climbing.
I think we go now.
But yeah, we're either in the shield or we're out in the open.
Yeah, but at some point we're gonna have to be out in the open.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, at some point we will be exposed while the volcano's going off, unless the bartender comes with us. But he can't come with us because he's protecting all these villagers.
Well, let's leave him the ship. Let's leave him Mabel to fix the ship.
Now there's an idea. Maybe they can sail far enough away tomorrow morning to get away far enough in time for the next eruption. Like, we stay the night, and then we take the bartender, they take the ship, they run
Yeah, I like that
as
idea.
far away as they can.
And when things go to shit, we jump in a random hole.
Yeah.
Bartender, you wanna come?
I'm doing what I can to wait.
I'm an NPC. I can't
Yeah.
join you.
I'm doing what I can to protect my home, my bar, my patrons, and my family.
I feel like no matter what we ask him after that, he's just going to repeat that response.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my answers are limited.
Yeah. I don't
You
think
must
it's
ask the right questions.
Yeah, you must ask the right question. So
So off we go.
that's a no. That's a no on coming with us.
I think I got to stay here and do what I can to save this and hold out as long as I can.
Did Jingle Jangle make it?
Yeah, Jingle
She has
Jangle's
to work.
there.
Great.
Yeah, because he's with Luigi.
Yeah.
Uh,
Luigi, you can see he's like cooking up a storm, making food for the people that are still around, just to do his best. He's making farfalle tonight.
If,
Oh.
If Luigi
There
dies,
we go.
if Luigi dies, Cameron rides.
he dropped
Just
the
charge
cheese
them
in
out
the
by
sauce though, so it's people are sticking their nose up a little bit, but they're hungry, so they're eating it anyways.
All right.
What you got there? You got some bow tie pasta? That looks really
Yeah.
good.
It's not a bow tie; it's a farfalle.
There it is.
Yeah.
Are you too happy now?
I'm happier than I was.
All right. So are we in agreement? We'll strike for the mountain first thing tomorrow? Or
Oh
tonight?
no, people did not agree with me on that. So I think we're going tonight. We're going right now.
I think you when you suggested that like the boat will leave in the morning and we'll leave in the morning. I mean I was on board with that. We didn't get a chance to say it, but like I was on board with that.
So what we're doing is we're staying through the barrage tonight.
Yeah, we'll just sleep
Do what we
underneath.
can to help protect people / keep this thing going.
Yeah. Help
And then-
them repair the boat so that they can get away with the bartender, unless the bartender wants to stay on the island, and hope that we can fix it in a couple of days before his magic wanes.
Now let's just think of all the problems that could arise. What happens if the boat gets damaged and they can't leave on the boat? And exactly how much time, bartender, do you have in terms of like energy left?
I'm hoping to hold on for at least 2-3 days.
Okay.
I don't know, depending on how powerful this maelstrom continues.
And there's no option for you to rest. Like you are
If I'm
here
gonna,
on out, you can't.
What are you getting at?
I don't know if it's gonna start happening beyond the evening, so I don't want to take the risk of dropping my protective barrier, and you know, the second you let down your guard is the second they strike. And
I think we should leave now, just in case something happens and the bartender can't help get people off the island. I think we should leave now.
Are there horses we could take?
No.
No.
Oh, we is it? Got it.
I mean, I'm
Ben?
all for leaving now.
Sven? Flux? Edith?
I'm down with leaving now.
Sure.
Edith is not there. She went to go investigate the bubble.
Oh, okay.
I want to know that
Flux calls your name and like looks around and realizes you're not there. Or sorry, not Flux.
I want to note it though that Sven gives a look. Something was weird.
I think it's weird. I just don't want to put anything at risk.
Mhm.
There's lots of stuff that could go wrong.
Lots of stuff can always go wrong in life.
That's why you make it happen. Let's go get it energized.
What?
Where the hell is that from?
Is
Oh,
turning
that's
into a
triggering a
commercial?
poor memory, and I hate it.
It's like it's a TV show.
The acronym is I think it's Maggie when Ted from How I Met Your Mother is like teaching his class and he just writes Maggie on the board. And that's where it's from. Anyways, product placement right there. I think we should go tonight. Right now. Right now.
We already agreed.
Okay.
Gut walks off to see if he can find Edith, because she is the only person who wasn't there for this discussion.
I mean, we're all kind of making our way there because that's in theory the way off the island. But Eric, you said that bridge is destroyed, right?
yeah.
Edith, are you hiding, or are you like in plain sight?
No, during this time, Edith would have actually wanted to do something while all of that was going on. She would have taken out a piece of like chipped copper wire and would have just said, Mabel, do you think you can join me at the bridge? I have a question for you.
Yeah, I can.
And hope that Mabel would come.
Yeah. What's up?
You said you were a plane walker. I'm sorry we haven't talked. We should have actually talked when I first met you.
Well, I don't want to say I'm a plane walker, but I've traveled from a different plane to get here.
And that was the Astral Sea, yeah?
Yeah.
Have you been anywhere else?
1 second. I love when the dramatic moment is broken up by, has the dog got a treat? I haven't traveled elsewhere beyond, well, coming from the Astral Sea, other than here, the material plane, more recently.
Edith is going to kind of like look to the destruction, the fiery destruction. Andrea has a theory. Edith has been in this plane for like 20 years, has not noticed something like this, I'm assuming. Could I make some sort of check to see if there actually is a volcano in this area?
Give me a nature check.
This one. It's not good. 10.
Yeah, that'll do it. Because you do know of a volcano in this area. Famously, there are volcanoes on most of the islands in the Lucidian Ocean. That's how they've largely formed. There aren't any, at least prominently, on the mainland. That's a pretty common knowledge. So
So
that
the Heath. Sorry, go ahead.
the Heath Star Peaks were not known for volcanic activity. But Muali, Dark Toe Island, Rumble Cusp, all volcanic in nature.
But that's not where the danger's coming from.
That's not where the epicenter seems to be stated from at least what the bartender has told you so far.
Mabel, when the sky ripped opened, it's because there was a weak point on the top of that mountain. Just tell me if I'm completely off here. My mind is not working right. Do you think this could be a fire plane? The rift to the fire plane? And that's what's coming through? There's no volcano here that I know of.
Ooh.
And you would know better than I
Who's firing?
about what it could be.
And Mabel, right? Yeah.
They said blue fire, right?
There was a blue flame at the top of the mountain. That's where the gods first touched down here in Exandria. But that's also what exploded when it was
Well,
broken.
typically when I've heard of the fire plane breaking through, it's not. I haven't heard people mention blue flames. Not that you can't have it; it's really hot fire, but usually it's the weaker part of the plane pushing through, finding cracks in between those planes. A blue flame, though, blue flames usually, well, they're pretty common on my home plane. Is kind of like,
That's even worse.
is wherever there's surges of energy, kind of like whenever a portal into the astral plane, like a dying being was to come through, they would come through not quite a portal, but that energy would dissipate and ignite in blue flames around it.
So is this your home plane?
I sure as hell hope not, but that's the only thing I can think of at least being similar when you mentioned blue flame. I sure hope not, because if it's coming through, we've got bigger problems than some silly field coming down.
What's your home plane?
Astral Sea.
I think Yidis is just gonna go quiet and just stand quietly with Mabel at that point.
All right.
Oh, here comes Gut.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Hi.
enter gut.
Hey,
Stage right.
Gut, how's it going?
Enter gut stage right. That's good.
All right. So just to catch you up because you weren't there, bartender is able to protect this peninsula from whatever is happening at that mountain, but he can't do it forever. So we're thinking no more running away, no more distractions. We tackle this thing head on and we head up that mountain and try and put a stop to whatever's happening up there. He can't come with us because he's protecting everyone else down here. So we figured that's the best shot we got outside of running to another plane or something like that. What do you think?
I think Edis is going to kind of like snort a little bit as you mentioned going up the mountain and is going to sort of mutter. And now you want to go up the mountain. We all want to go up the mountain.
Well, where do you want to go?
Well, I know exactly where I'd like to go. I'd like to go and save Yellow.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm wondering if he counts as a distraction now. And if we're going to choose the mountain, when before we chose to go and chase a flower. We have
Well,
to get to the Shadowfell.
way I see it, if he's staying here and this thing keeps happening, Yellow's not safe until we deal with this.
Doing it for yellow.
Like,
Shush, Sven.
I'm not there.
I don't have the same connection to Yellow that you do, obviously, but that doesn't mean I don't care about him. And I think that, you know, it's more indirect, but this is still something we have to do to keep him safe.
We only have 9 weeks to save Yellow.
Well, we may only have a few days before this area is engulfed by flame.
So why don't we just leave with the rest of the village and find a way to the Shadowfell?
Because Yellow is still here on this plane. That's what I'm saying. We've got 9 weeks to try and rescue Yellow. We may only have a couple of days before the island that Yellow is on is no longer there.
I think Eunice is actually going to look over at Mabel for some form of like validation of this after their discussion.
She's distracted by a dog that's just walked
I
into the
figured,
scene.
Yeah.
She's like, I've told you guys I'm here to help out. If there's anything I can do, you need, I'll lend a hand. But I'm new to this plane, and I'm gonna trust your judgment. If I can find a way off, maybe that's for the best. But you guys know this better than me.
Gut at this point kind of throws his hands up a bit and says, listen, I've said my piece at this point. If I can't convince you now, then there's nothing more that I can say. If you truly believe that there's a better way, I'm all ears, but I think that's the best we got. And he'll kind of shuffle off to see if Luigi needs help with the cooking in the meantime.
You hear just a long sigh as you leave, but I think you'd hear like Iris walking slowly, very slowly, feet dragging behind you.
Okay.
As we cut over to the rest of the group, or just before we cut in, you just hear on the wind, "Oh, God, you're back! I could use a hand in the kitchen." And then we cut to the rest of the group.
What?
Really quickly, can I do like a nature check to see if, like, is there any animals
Okay.
around or anything like that?
Instead of asking for checks, what are you doing? And I'll tell you if you need a check.
I'm just hanging out in like the village and like walking around the village because I can free roam a little bit, right? Is there any animals around, just out of curiosity? Like seagulls, rats, whatever.
No.
Okay.
There's eagles? What a cataclysmic event!
Okay, so what I was gonna say is, as you're looking, and maybe you go to like where you can kind of see there are animals. Content warning: they all seem to have perished. So you see a lot of bodies of animals that have died from the destruction over the last couple days.
Okay.
Luigi's got lots of ingredients to use.
That is so dark.
Darkest timeline, Luigi.
Yeah. Got like just like putting seagulls into his like cauldron, like
Flopping in.
Little Lisa slurry, but it's all
He's-
from like
He's filled out the
Into the
goatee.
pot.
He just had the mustache before. Now he's got the full goatee.
Yeah.
Are they already charred? Like already cooked for you and you just have to like garnish?
It's like Zelda when you
Oh,
set,
yeah, it's exactly like Zelda.
set a bird on fire and it just becomes like cooked chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Eric, I guess a question for you on the topic of animals. Like, how is Sprocket after the trip? Like, was I able to repair him? Is he still damaged? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I just-
think we talked about that. You just like full healed up on your trip. You had like 3 days to mend all your
Perfect.
wounds, and
Okay.
the ship was in some sort of condition to be able to be seaworthy. So I'm not giving you too much of a hard time there.
Okay.
You see how long it's been happening?
Couple of days.
Couple of days?
I am scouting where the bridge was to get a sense of the distance to the mainland.
It's about 30 feet, and you can swim across.
Excellent. Or I could control water.
Do that too. Go ahead. Burn your spell slots.
Yeah.
Winona is just running around trying to collect supplies. Like Winona is very ready to go.
She's just picking up dead birds.
End of the
Yeah.
night.
I mean, Eric, last time we entered any sort of water, you like tried to murder us with sharks, so maybe gun shy.
Perfect. It's
That's what the
working.
DM does.
It's working.
Put fear into your heart. So I hear we're going to go up the mountain now.
Are you
She
talking to me?
says to the group
Okay.
at large, whoever is kind of chilling still.
I mean, I know we have to find Yellow, but I don't know how to do that yet.
She just sort of shrugs.
Okay.
For the entire trip to the on the boat for 3 days, I don't think she would have said a word to anybody. Like Eudice is not having a good time at all. So I love you guys very much an in character kind of thing. Just
Oh,
as a
yeah.
heads up.
No worries.
I understand.
Callista absolutely would have tried to cheer you with like various small like here's a picture of like birds flying, like illusions and stuff.
Love that.
Probably would have just made it so much worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like generating illusions of Yellow. It's like, look, it's like he's right here.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
second
she
day,
would've
Eudice
had
doesn't
that
leave
sort
the
of-
cabin.
Yeah. Cognitive dissonance just
Oh.
Okay. Sounds like you guys are, well, with Wynn getting everything ready, and you guys all just kind of sauntering to around until you're ready to go. Is it safe to say you guys are heading to the mountain?
I would have stopped in at Luigi's to see if he could spare anything. I know we were trying to cook for the people, but I mean,
Did you get him?
this mission doesn't work. I don't know what's next.
Well, if you're going up to the mountain, you gotta find it.
Which accent is this?
Hey, if you're going up to the mountain, I can give you something that's a particularly good luck. Take my lucky ladle, and he like hands you a big wooden ladle.
Ooh.
Fantastic.
Andrea is dead. She's just dead.
I was thinking like
It's
foot with the rabbit still attached and it's dead.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You see
But
the
like my grandparents had ornamental like ladles everywhere.
I didn't know Andrew was dead because of the accuracy.
That's really good. That's really good.
it's just a giant wooden ladle. There's nothing magical about it. He just calls it lucky.
Nice.
You can add wooden ladle to your inventory.
Lucky ladle.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Eric,
I'll take it.
Lucky ladle.
If I talk to the random folk, is there anything interesting or should we just move on?
Oh no, we can play this out a little bit.
I don't want to hold up the group if it's just they're just there.
Go for it.
Do it.
That's really funny.
I was just gonna basically ask them, assuming I didn't go to the bartender, although I know I'm close by, just ask them what's been going on. Like literally, what is their plan and what is their take?
Okay. Hey, Mr. Was it Sven? Is it?
That's right.
We're just kind of taking directions from the bartender there. I'm hoping since you guys showed up with that ship, maybe that's our way out. We were kind of just counting down the days and trying to just get into, as best shape as we could for travel, but we were really happy to see you. It sounds like, at least you guys were talking pretty loud, so it sounds like you're not packing up for us.
Yeah, I've been through all these dialogue options with the other NPC, so it's fine. We could just skip it.
Yeah, it's been pretty gruesome the last couple days. It's been weird. These in the middle of the night, like dead middle of the night, we'd be awoken with explosions, large bangs. I saw a couple of fireballs hit the house beside mine, the house beside theirs, and then my house. But you don't know what it's like.
Come after you.
It feels like we're targeted. Like whatever is doing this didn't want to leave anything behind, and like you can see that they're missing like an arm, like they're like wounded, like wrapped up, bandaged, and it's a miracle that we were able to get here, and that we've had the bartender and all of his magical abilities to protect us. We're lucky, but why is this here? Why is this coming after us? Who would start such a thing? Why would the gods allow this?
Is this a rhetorical question, or are you asking me specifically?
Like, I don't know. I'm pretty studious. I say my prayers to the Storm Lord. Is he punishing us?
I don't know if the Storm Lord is involved in this case. But my eyes flicker over to Flux.
I'm not there, though.
No, I know, but you're somewhere in the village,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Just gotta look at your direction.
Did we do anything wrong? I don't. This doesn't make any sense. And
We'll get this fixed up for you. You guys just hang tough, survive, stay together. We'll figure this out.
there is one thing that I can at least. He leans in. When the fires hit, if you look back through the village, the bodies that didn't make it, those aren't villagers from the town. I don't know where they came from.
What?
Are you saying that every villager that has died is not from this town?
I couldn't speak for everybody, but I know the people that, as I was running here, those bodies, they're not from Palmaflora. At least most of them aren't.
The volcano raining bodies? I don't understand.
Uh-oh.
It's
I don't want to jump the dialogue, but I was like, Sven, would you tell us these things?
Yeah, I definitely would. That was the point. Is Sven was going off to investigate in a different direction because you guys were going that way. So he figured he'd go chat with these people. Didn't need all of us to talk to the bartender. So I figured I'd just basically find the nearest random people and start asking them what their take was.
I mean, Callista's wandered for a long time now. Looking at the bodies, I'm assuming they're not all super charred and blackened. Is there?
Well, you haven't gone into the village, right? The people here have all been alive.
Okay, so
He's talking about the bodies in the village that before he crossed the bridge to get in here.
Oh, gotcha.
I understand.
I would like to investigate the bodies along the way when we go.
Literally raining fire bodies at night.
But I was go ahead.
I was just gonna. Did it when it rained? Did it seem to destroy specific things first? Any sort of relation to things that got destroyed first?
I didn't have time to process if it was targeted.
Just enough time to process the target.
When it went after my neighbor's house, and then their house.
All right, I'll move along.
No, it didn't seem targeted. It seemed like it was just out for as much damage as whatever this thing was.
All right, well, best of luck with your cleanup. We're going to see if we can figure this out. And I'll
Please.
move along and relay that.
Please save us.
Do our
Well, that's the 50. We haven't been successful yet. We don't have a great success rate. But we have a lot of gusto.
Guts? We have guts.
We have one gut.
Wait,
We did save Jingle Jangle.
when you
That's
say
our
we,
one.
is there a name to call you guys by?
Yes.
was waiting
Spen's
for it.
Warriors.
Shush you.
Sven's Warriors? Okay.
No, I would not. Sven would not say that. We don't have a group name, right?
No.
Matt and I just talked about that the other day. We're like, I'm sure it won't come up.
Not at the moment as such. No. If you think of one and it's good, let us know.
If we're successful, we'll have a name by then.
Okay,
And
Sven's
if not, we'll be dead.
Sven's Warriors.
No, that was just a joke. It was just a little jokey joke. So I like
Jingle Janglers it is.
That's a joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you guys want to do on the island before you take your course of action? I'm seeing hands.
Can a boar climb a mountain this steep?
You can certainly try.
Asking for a friend.
Can I buy some? Can I go to the bartender and buy some like bottles of liquor and a couple rags?
He'll just
Whatever could you be planning? I
given the
wonder.
current state of things, you can just have them.
Okay, so there you go.
Also, between the seven of us, how much rope do we have, like in terms of preparation?
I have
Didn't we get some
one
potions
rope.
of climbing or something?
We
Potions.
prepared for this.
I'm gonna
Like,
say-
I've got a climber's kit.
Wynn has gone around collecting supplies. To cut things short, I would say she has enough climbing gear for the lot of you, since she
Yeah.
And a boar?
And a boar.
I have
and a boar.
Yeah, I've got the boar. It's standard on your list of packing materials.
like tied around his midsection and like hoist him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
150 feet of rope.
Like, you know, those like backpacks that they used to carry like on a stick. The board's just like hanging out on the stick. Just like
Does
that.
he need to breathe?
Ah.
Because he could go in the bag of holding.
Doesn't he have a real human tongue?
He's still a little bit living.
Okay.
Would he fit in the baby Bjorn?
It's a baby Bjorn.
We don't even have it anymore. It's with yellow.
Oh, really? Oh, I
I
thought
don't, I
you
don't have it.
Oh, you don't have
The
to-
dragon took the whole thing.
the whole thing?
Why did you let that go, Andrea?
Monster. Yeah.
Fight
things
me,
are
Sven.
expensive.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So I really liked how you guys have problem solved in terms of where you want to go. I want to give you all a point of inspiration for
Yay!
for
Oh,
that
shit, we're
that
gonna use
Yeah, we're
That
gonna need it.
first-
That's a bad thing.
that first
Bad
45
thing.
minutes. I loved it. So you guys can all grab a point of inspiration for that.
I don't think.
But
I
it won't save you later.
Finally following the main quest.
Yeah. By being led by the throat to the main quest.
A flower.
Fine, I will literally destroy everything else. So you can only go this way.
I've destroyed an entire countryside. Please, dear God, go up the mountain.
Every session you don't go up the mountain, I'm taking a familiar.
Yeah.
There's no, there's no quest givers, no grudges you can hold on to. There's just the mountain.
I was like, we were supposed to get a reward. We were supposed to get a reward for clearing out that island.
From the pirates? Yeah, I was
Yeah.
saying that too.
Slash get our ship repaired by them.
Wait, don't we have all the gold?
Wild how the your actions have consequences. Okay, so as you guys all prepare, I'm gonna say you guys are all prepared to go. We will take a quick break there before you guys head on out of the island.
All right, sounds good.
Come back in, let's say 6 minutes.
Okay.
That's enough time.
Yeah.
Welcome back,
Right.
players, to the Deck of Many Players channel. Don't forget to ring that bell, like, and subscribe. And anyways, okay, so you guys all head back out to continue your journey to work your way up the mountain. I'm going to say easily enough, you're able to swim across the little gap between the Palmaflora Peninsula and Palmaflora Village proper, with only minor shark attacks. I'm going to say that they aren't able to solve your armor and don't cause any damage, and you're able to get over safe and sound. But as you journey through the village, I think Callista wanted to take a look at the bodies and investigate those. So as you're looking through, give me an investigation check as you're wandering through and out.
All of us, sorry, or
Well, Callista asked beforehand to set that up. If anybody wants to help her out, or if you guys want to chat, I'm okay with that. But Callista and anybody that's proficient in investigation can give it a shot.
Oh,
I
I
only
know.
got a 14.
Investigation.
Oh my god, I'm proficient in investigation.
I
Yeah,
am
I'll
as
do it.
well, but
19.
16.
New dice?
no, just bad dice. Doesn't matter on my end.
Yeah, same here. We have a lot of investigators here.
As you're wandering through, you notice that there are a lot more bodies than you remember even being in the town. There's hundreds upon hundreds of bodies just strewn across the wreckage that is the village. The shops have been utterly decimated, and you just see like partial skeletons. You see some that have flesh on them. The bodies themselves are of various species. Like there's humans, there's elves, but you're starting to see some more unique creatures. You see quite a few gnolls, hobgoblins. You notice a couple other goblins themselves, which aren't native to this area of the Menagerie Coast. Seems a little off. And you start to notice other creatures that seem to be a little bit more exotic. Like with the 19, you might notice what at first glance looks like a tiefling, but you notice that there are like skeletal wings built into them, whether it's an actual deceased devil or a really old tiefling. You're not quite sure. And you start to see larger like beasts, like skeletal beasts, flesh decaying, kind of just amongst this whole thing. It's a mishmash of things, more than just villagers in the that seems to be popping up.
So what I'm trying to figure out is, did these things fall? Did the bodies fall from the sky? I'm like, are they on buildings? Are they in trees? Like, if I look up,
anybody that rolled higher than a 10, you'd probably know that these bodies seems to have suffered at least some damage through impact. Like body parts have kind of scattered. They're not all together in all the sense. Where they are together, they're kind of crushed and compressed against each other. Looks like, yeah, definitely seems like there's some sort of impact damage associated with these corpses.
So I say to the group, it looks like they fell out of the sky. And knowing where the rift was, if this is how bad it is here, I wonder how bad it is everywhere.
You think we're just gonna find like more and more bodies as we get closer to it?
Potentially.
Well, what are you thinking, like, in terms of?
I'm thinking that wherever, assuming I looked back in my notes and I knew the name of the general and all those people that we saw climbing up the mountain, go through, a big flash happened, wherever they went, they did this.
And what are they, like, expelling bodies through the rift? Like,
Or like just the force of opening the rift, like displaced bodies. Like I don't know.
Gotcha.
Why don't we ask Flux? They're from your realm, right? You came to this plane to follow Sigan. Do you not know what's going on?
I have no idea.
Insight check.
I was waiting for it. I was like,
So
Sorry. Do I believe him?
So you can roll insight. Flux, you can roll deception or persuasion, your choice. You don't have to say. If Iris is able to roll higher than your roll, she's able to figure out which of the two you rolled, and you can give whatever answer you want.
So I can roll deception or
Persuasion. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell Iris.
My suggestion is don't roll it on D&D Beyond because then we can all see.
He doesn't have dice.
I don't have a dice.
You don't have dice?
I can hide it.
Close your eyes. Just don't look.
Just don't look. Yeah,
Look away from D&D Beyond and the track record that occurs.
be able to like go to a site.
I know what I'm getting Sean for his birthday.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Sean, you're about to have a whole lot of dice show up to your house.
Google D20
You
roller.
can store them in the closet.
Oh wait. Hold on.
Yes, the mirrored closet.
Can you get dice that are like transformers?
Ooh,
Oh, I feel that
You
that
can
would
get
affect
metal
how they roll,
dice.
but maybe.
Sorry.
Eric, I have a +2.
You just tell me what you roll. I don't know.
Oh, can I tell everyone?
You can tell what you can say what you rolled.
Tell us the
Oh, I got
number.
20. I got 20.
Wow.
Yeah, you me.
Okay.
Sorry.
What do you say, Sean? Or sorry, what do you say, Flux?
There's no time. We have to go.
Evil never sleeps.
Evil never sleeps. Yes, I like that one.
Seems legit. Seems like that's their.
I just push forward.
She said it'd be.
Your mortal enemy, your words, and you have no idea what he's doing here.
I ignore that comment and keep pushing forward.
What's your walking
Well,
speed?
I have no way to retort. Okay. As your journey continues, and you wander closer to this, the sun is starting to set as you get about a quarter of the way, 2/3 or 1/3 of the way to Celestia's edge. The bodies that you saw fall in the village seem to continue and expand beyond the village itself, as if bodies have fallen and crashed into the forest surrounding the village on the Menagerie Coast. More than just bodies start to appear, though. You start to see relics of what looks like detritus of ships that might have been, or like not complete, but parts of ships, parts of buildings, parts of maybe like a larger creatures, just like flesh, undiscernible flesh, just kind of wrapping around, and it's just a mismatch of everything, and it starts to pile up as you are getting closer and closer to Celestia's edge. Stop me when you want, but I'm going to keep describing your journey on your way to the mountain.
Can I just quickly, as we're going, if I see like a gigantic creature, like just laying there, I want to hack off some of the flesh and throw it in the pot.
Bit of seagull, bit of superplex.
No. None of that common stuff. This big thing that fell from the sky, yeah, I want a piece of that.
Okay, let's do this right here, right now. Okay, you grab this random thing. Give me, you're able to put it in the pot. Let's go straight to the pot. What do you?
Oh, you want me to do the cook right now?
Yeah, if you're doing the cook, that's like you're doing this on the trip as you're like taking a 10-minute break to.
So long as it doesn't slow us down, yeah, I'll do it now.
No, let's. Let's.
All right. And I need to roll DC 12, and it's plus my proficiency.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's straight D20 plus proficiency, right?
Yep.
That's for the roll. Yeah.
Well, it's your
9.
it's your cooking, right? So whatever your cooking is.
How would I know what that is? Because that doesn't show up as like a skill, right?
Yeah. So it's wisdom plus proficiency plus your.
Oh.
Yeah, wisdom proficiency. No, you're not. Are you proficient? Yeah, you are. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Wisdom. So plus my wisdom modifier plus my proficiency. Okay. Yeah. Then I pass.
Okay. You make this meal out of the pot, and it comes out, And have you ever like was it blood sausage?
I thought, yeah,
Yes, that's
yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, it's like blood sausage that you're able to make.
I thought you were gonna say it's pixelated, like the dubious food from Zelda.
No, you made the meal. But yeah, it's like this weird blood sausage.
Don't say blood sausage. Just in
No,
general.
I'm gonna continue saying it until you're uncomfortable.
Check.
How does this work again with your thing? You get to know what it is, right?
So it says any. It doesn't specifically say that I automatically find out. Like it just says creature type, and then there's
You have prepared a gourmet meal of blood sausage. Gourmet blood sausage.
a gourmet meal. That doesn't show up in my chart though.
Take a look. Look at the abilities. They all have a specific type.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the wrong area. Ooh. Okay, cool.
All right, you got a gourmet meal. You have one.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
How many servings?
Just one.
Okay.
Good.
Otherwise, you're slowing down the group, which we're not going to do. As you get
Yep.
deeper as the sun is set, and you guys are all pushing through the jungle, pushing through the bodies, pushing through the viscera that has fallen and is slowly decaying into the marshlands below the Hearthstar Peaks.
I want to just pause before it gets too late, before it gets too evening. And I think we need to figure out what we're gonna do when the barrage starts. What's our plan here?
We'll go under that rocky outcrop that's right there.
Eric's
Split into
Yeah.
existence.
I mean, that was going to be my suggestion is like, look at the terrain. Like, is there any like natural shelter that we could take in the terrain, like on the path up the mountain?
We do that.
We do that.
Okay. So, keeping a vigil for having some terrain that could be useful as you push deeper into the night, past twilight, into the sun dropping and the purple clouds of the sky that seems to be blotting out all of the stars. I would like you guys to make a group survival check.
For the night, it's like to see how we do.
This is
Okay.
This is you guys trying to keep track of a potential rocky outcropping or a cave system or something that you can hide under.
Okay, sounds good. I wanted to do
24.
something for overnight.
So I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna start with Win.
Okay, 10.
Okay. Sven.
17.
Okay. Sorry, Callista.
21.
Nice. Next to Callista is Gut.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Jeez, you guys are doing great. Iris.
6.
Mm.
It's okay, it's in jail now.
Junk?
The dice is in jail.
7.
And Flux.
24.
24.
I
Like
can't
an
believe
Andrew and
you
a
rolled a 24.
I know we're
So you
We
got.
survived.
we're the
Over
anchor.
here.
So
yeah.
you need to get a majority of successful saves, which you did. 4 out of 7, not bad. You were able to keep track, and you notice that there is a rocky outcropping, kind of at the dead of night, almost as like the based on your senses would be close to midnight when you start to hear vibrations and what seems like a rumbling as the purple cloud sky just dark with a lack of light. You can just kind of see this faint reflection of the blue fire from the top of the Hearthstar Peak, reflecting that pink light down to you. You start to see things falling. Without a sound, an impact 100 meters away, boom. 50 meters away, boom. 150 meters away, boom. Getting closer, 25 meters away. With your survival check, you are able to rush towards that outcropping without. But before you're able to make it, I need you guys each to give me a dexterity saving throw. as one lands just in front of that entrance to a small cave.
Oh, okay, good. Every time.
I should have cast without a trace.
So bad.
It's not detected.
No, but I think it gives you a bonus to dexterity
Oh.
as well. I think.
The check is 15, so if you roll lower than 15, let me know. If you rolled higher than 15, so if you roll lower than 15, you're going to take 22 points of damage.
Wait, we've got inspiration as well
You
that
can.
people can use
If you want to use it, feel free.
How do I use this inspiration? I should know.
You expend it when you make an attack roll, saving throw, or ability check. It gives you advantage.
Okay, so
I
I'm
mean-
gonna roll again.
You said 22 points of damage, right?
22 points.
22 points of bludgeoning damage
Oh, thank God.
if you failed, and 10 points of necrotic.
Oh, time to
10
use that
points of
inspiration,
necrotic?
everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone got inspiration. You use them.
I mean, yeah, I think I need to use that.
Yeah, I think I need to use it now. Jesus.
I used it and I'm unconscious.
Oh no!
Dexterity saving throw?
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just made
Rip.
it.
I need to use my favor of the gods to add 2d4s to the outcome.
Oh my god. Is it half if you
Half if you succeed.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that's
okay.
so
So 20. So be 16 total.
I didn't use inspiration, but I failed that.
Yes.
Is that you said a 15 was this check?
15
Yeah.
is the check. If you roll
Man.
lower than 15, so 14 or lower, you take 22 points of bludgeoning and 10 points of necrotic. So for a total of 32 damage.
Jesus.
Jesus indeed.
That would have almost insta-killed Junk.
What?
Yeah,
It-
that's
That
1
would've
point off of an
insta-killed everyone.
insta-kill.
Yeah, it would have put Iris unconscious.
Or most.
I have 3 health left.
I'm gonna start dragging Courtney
Who went
what's-
out? Win?
Wynn's body in.
Okay. So it's gonna take you a little longer to drag Wynn's body in.
Who else
Yep.
was knocked out?
Kalista, just leave it. I'll get it back up.
Yeah, who else needs stuff?
I also have lay on hands, so I can literally touch people and bring them back away.
I got
Yeah.
berries.
I've got some
I
healing.
just wasn't using my spell slots. I was like in the moment.
Who is anybody else knocked out?
Nope.
Did we all make it except for Win?
I mean,
has
I
three-
failed it, but I was alive.
Okay. Guts up?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm gonna spare the dying Courtney / Win.
You already healed or no?
Yeah, I
you
mean,
do it?
I'll kind of like push Kalista out of the way because we can't drag somebody. So yeah, I'll first level cure wounds you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Why? This is garbage. This is hot garbage over here,
It
guys.
sounds like you're brought back up. So
You still get 5 healing, but I rolled a 1 on the die. Where'd it go?
because you had enough because you passed the survival check, you're able to get to the outcropping after 1 round, so you don't have to take multiple rounds.
Oh, thank you. What a nice thank you.
Nobody wanted to stay in the dome. Of
You guys chose the let's go up the mountain option.
I'm the one
That is true.
so I'm the best person to have this
It
happen.
was between a bad option and a worse option.
Cam, mister, we have the ability
Huh.
to do this.
Okay, Cam.
We're the only ones
You know what,
that
Cam?
can.
You know what, Cam? I'm not going to give you any moral dilemmas. You know what? Just no more dilemmas from here on out.
Only like a very obvious good option or a very terrible obvious bad option.
So you want like Mass Effect, basically.
We could have all got on the boat and went to go find a way to save Yellow instead, and we could all be safe.
Who's
We
yellow?
could have brought the bartender on the boat with his little dome shield and gone wherever we wanted forever.
Forever.
He said no. He said he couldn't do that.
All right,
He said he
before
wouldn't.
Go ahead, sorry.
before we all go,
We're all-
whatever we're resting tonight,
Yeah.
I want to drop some healing words. So,
Oh, I
Uh,
was gonna do Song of Rest too, just to give you an extra. Well,
but that's while we rest, right?
That's a bump at a rest, yes.
That's during our rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is right now, so we don't die in our sleep.
great.
Uh,
And we're going to keep watch, yeah?
Yeah, so the two, myself and Win, because I think we took the most damage. We're looking
Flux
at
is pretty bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
Flux will get hit in the secondary. We're both gonna take 2d4 plus 5.
Yeah.
So 3, 5. So 10 for you.
Nice.
Or oh, I rolled max. 13 for me, and then everybody else.
How are you able to do this?
I've got spell slots.
Are you just burning all your spell slots now?
Yeah,
Go on
I'm
a bit.
burning 5. Is there anybody not hurt? Everybody's hurt, right?
We're all hurt.
Yeah, I'm half.
You can save a
Eric,
slot
in
and
the
not do it.
interim, how wide would you say the entrance gap to our cave is?
10 feet wide and about 9 feet tall.
More healing to get you back up.
I'm gonna center on that 10-foot gap snare.
Okay.
Okay. You.
Everybody else heal 8.
Nice. Nice.
Please.
So, who's taking the first watch? As the night comes down, unless you guys are taking a long rest, unless you guys are not taking a long rest, and you're just taking a short
Oh,
rest.
we should take a long rest.
Take a long rest. I can take the first watch. I'm healed now.
I can do it with you.
Sounds good.
And I'm gonna tell everyone. So I've set up a snare, a 5 feet circle that you won't be able to see at the entrance to our cave. So
Okay.
don't step here.
Right.
Oh.
Night events. Okay, so Callista and Win, as you guys are sitting for the first watch, everybody else goes to bed.
Well, can I just power down with them?
Yeah.
Like power down?
You're on sentry mode. You're just always like on sentry mode.
Yeah.
So you can see things, but you're not able to do things unless you re-engage.
Okay.
Callista and Win, as you guys feel free to chat amongst yourselves. If you have anything you want to say, now's the time. But I am going to ask you to make a perception check.
I take it Courtney's was good based on
19.
Cam's reaction.
Did you have a nice reaction? That's good. 19 for me.
16 for me.
You have to be faster with the screenshots.
Yeah, that's a
All right.
shot.
Okay. So, is there anything you guys want to? You feel it's up to you. The scene's yours.
I wanted to talk to you, Win, and say, wow, this is not really what you signed up for coming out with us, eh?
I mean, it wasn't really even my idea. Like, is this not what usually happens when you adventure?
I mean, not on my adventures. Like, I mean, the worst thing that happened to me was getting put in that jail before meeting all of you.
Yeah, that was pretty bad, wasn't it? That's a good point. I mean, I don't think anything else has been. So I haven't had any adventures that have compared to this. So everything is a fresh experience. I'm just along for the ride at this point. But I'd really like to have Palma Flora still standing by the time we get back.
Yeah. Were you born on Palma Flora?
You know how everyone's born in different places and things.
You know what I'm gonna say, Eric. That's a 19, Courtney.
That's a really good
So
roll.
you can go roll deception or persuasion, your choice. You don't have to say.
And she didn't even lie. She just said something that wasn't helpful at all.
Thankfully they're both the same modifier, so I got a dirty 20.
Ooh, so
Oh,
she
you
doesn't
mean-
have to tell you.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah. But I think you know, like when you know how there's like just everyone has a different story, you know how that kind of happens in life.
Sure.
Where were you born?
Deflect.
I was born on the coast.
Oh, what's it like on the coast? Tell me everything you know.
If you were born on Palma Flora, you would be born on the coast too.
Well, I mean, I've spent my whole life in Palma Flora, but I don't. So what do you think is gonna happen when we get up to the mountain?
You know what's great? Callista would absolutely be this easily distracted. So she's got no reason to doubt you.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, I'm here because I don't want more people to get hurt, and I feel at least a little bit responsible. There was that fire I started. Oh.
That's true.
I think it's nice that we're all becoming really good friends though. I'm happy about that.
Are we good friends? I don't know. This feels like back home a bit, and there's, reasons why I'd rather be on the road.
What about this makes it feel like back home?
I mean, like Flux and like Iris are like not happy with each other, and there's the whole Stormlord thing, and then there's the flower thing that did not go as planned, and then there's like the other stuff, and then Gut's always making food, which also feels like home in a way.
As you say this, Win, because you re-roll higher on perception, you notice that the bodies that have fallen from the sky, that have landed around you, some of you taking damage from, you notice one of them starts to
Yep.
No.
picks itself up.
Oh.
No, when we backed ourselves into a tree.
Lifts itself off the ground, looks down, reaches in, and you just hear a as it pulls a bone from one of the other skeletons, wielding it like a club. Starts dragging and starts walking away from your rocky oak crop.
Away from us.
Not noticing you, chatting away.
Cool. Are you telling me about this because you noticed?
Oh yeah, I'll tell you about it. Absolutely.
As it walks slowly away from you, what do you guys do?
I'm messaging the entire group.
Don't make a sound. The bodies are getting up.
I mean, I was sleeping, so I wouldn't have made a sound.
Somebody up and they're just gonna scream.
Sounds like he's got a bone to pick.
Oh my god.
Got a bone to pick with you.
Big fan of Eric.
I don't want to be.
I liked it. It was good.
I liked it.
I would like to actually just watch and see which direction they're going. Are they going towards Palmaflora? Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
That's really
Wonder if that bubble can resist them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Who's next on watch?
We need to do this really fast.
Who's
Sure,
next?
I'll go.
You're assuming we're still sleeping through the night.
Whoever's taking the next watch, I've rolled to see your event.
Gut will take one of the watches. Whoever else wants to join.
By the
in,
way,
or-
Flux, you're able to roll for perception every watch because you're a sentry.
Oh, really? Okay.
Eric,
Okay.
as a I have a question. Can an elf split up their meditation the same way sleep goes, or does it have to be 4 consecutive hours?
You can split it up.
You can split it up?
Yeah, I'm not going to give you a hard time over that.
Junk's gonna get up to pee. And then go back to
not
bed.
this
Okay.
stay on watch.
Okay, I'll do the watch then.
He's got a
Okay,
weak
I rolled
bladder.
I rolled a perception 23.
Cool. All right. Sven and Gut, what are you guys talking about?
What are we talking about?
Where I gotta ask, where did you start cooking?
Oh,
Where did you learn to
God.
cook?
You're adorable.
Started. Well, be honest, it's not exactly my calling. I mean, I wasn't always set on cooking and learning to cook, but circumstances back home meant that I needed to do it to make ends meet. So I did it. I picked it up, and now I can make this. And he waves the blood sausage that he made.
Oh, God.
I've even eaten this in real life, and I'm still squigged out.
That's nuts. That looks gross.
It doesn't look the most appetizing, but who am I to judge?
Good that my prompt worked.
I'm gonna do a Constitution saving throw to see if I gag or not.
Okay.
Oh, I got an at 20, so I don't gag.
Sure.
Way to waste that.
Yeah.
I was gonna.
Historically, Cam's rolled 1 nat 20 per campaign.
That's your one.
That's
Hope you enjoy not vomiting.
Yeah. But actually, that makes me think. Because you keep your helmet on all the time, right?
I try to, yeah.
Except for when we first met him.
But Gut remembers what his face looked like. It's like, on the topic of food, how do you eat? Like, how's that work? Do you eat?
I do eat. It still goes down. I'm not all the same as my head, is probably the easiest way to put it.
But no, I know. But normally people have to chew and swallow food. So, like, what do?
I still chew it.
You just chew it in the bony area, and then it just kind of slides back.
Yeah, you've got exactly. It just kind of fall. I mean, I can't eat like if I was like leaning forward, I couldn't eat. Using gravity, it'll go down.
What is happening right now?
Eric came back and is like, what the fuck?
So wait, if I made you a soup, how would you eat that? Can I just like pour it like straight down and you'd be like, beer bonging it more or less?
Beer pong.
I've never thought of it in those certain terms, but yes, that's an apt description.
Yeah. How'd it happen anyways? Why the skull? Why all this? I never really stopped to think about it.
Similar to, I guess, what you said, circumstances back home kind of led to the way I am and why I'm out here. I honestly don't know if there's enough time between now and the next shift.
To make ends meet. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. As this conversation is happening, and almost like you're cut off when you're like, maybe you're contemplating and talking about it, you're cut off by a howling wind. The howling wind seems to be coming off the mountain's side, whether it's the gusts through the upper atmosphere hitting the very tall peaks and riding down that side of the mountain. As you look out, I'm gonna say Flux is the one that notices this because he rolled superbly, and you guys are just enraptured by your conversation about beer bonging soup. Flux notices what looks like almost like glowing greenish, yellowish green globules of wind picking up, and like, without having prior knowledge, or maybe you do, I don't know, you can tell me, like ghostly like apparitions flying across the sky, the wind picking them up off, shuttling in the same direction, seemingly not noticing you, because I can't roll perception for these guys worth shit, as they zoom off towards Palmaflora. You see what looks like about half a dozen of these spirits taking just kind of the natural grades of the mountains down to the ocean, following that path, which has them on a collision course for the island you used to call home. If there's anything else you want to do on your rest, we'll go to the next watch.
I was gonna say, I was like, Wynn didn't have any issues with like seeing the body walk that direction.
I think she responded to it. She just laughed and said, "Cool, cool, cool."
I don't remember saying that.
That's slanderous.
Roll back the tapes.
I don't think so.
I only ask because, like, had you been like, let's rally behind it, I would have gone with you.
What wasn't it just one though? Like you wouldn't necessarily. I'm
It was
metagaming.
just general direction. That's fair.
Like I'm assuming there's more, but like Wynn may not have be thinking that.
I saw one. I intuited that there would probably be more than one, but I only saw one.
No worries. We can't roll it back anyway. Don't worry. I was just like, wait.
So I guess. So is it only Flux that saw this? Like Cam and I didn't see this.
I don't think you guys rolled high enough. No.
I didn't roll.
Perception?
No, we weren't asked for
Okay.
rolls.
I think I mentioned it at the start of the watch, but
I don't know nothing.
You don't roll high enough.
Wayne
Not that
Gretzky.
big.
Yeah, you miss 100% of the rolls you don't take.
Yeah,
Michael Scott.
Michael Scott. Wayne Gretzky.
Sven Stormlord.
Yeah.
Perception, 14.
No.
17.
No.
What? Really?
It was a 20. It was a 20 check for this round.
Wow. All right.
All
I
right.
guess we don't see it.
Okay. So yeah, Sven. Flux. I don't know if you passed that knowledge on to the rest of the group.
I'm still in sentry mode, aren't I?
Yeah. You can see it.
But I'm an active, emotionless.
Yeah. You can.
Am I allowed to talk?
You are allowed to break out of your rest if you want to wake up the group, but that'll interrupt your rest.
Were they just going down the hill?
They were not going towards you guys.
They're going towards Palmaflora.
I continue my rest.
Okay, cool.
That's on brand.
Third-
That's
That is-
on
that is
brand.
very- that is
That's
very
not
on.
the character. We can't fault you for that.
Third
Yeah.
group. I'm guessing it's Iris and Junk, and then again, Flux. You're still on sentry.
Yeah, I'm still in sentry.
Do we know what sentry mode is for Flash?
We could play this.
You want me to read it? I can read it.
Okay, we'll play it out. We'll play it out.
This is what I was
Just
thinking.
don't worry about
No,
reading
no,
it.
just like
Just-
as characters, would we know that like you can still perceive things, or do we just assume you're asleep as well?
Hey, man, we'll play it out and we'll see.
see what happens. So
Perception
give me
here?
all a perception check to start, so I can formulate the.
Oh my god.
Did you see anything?
Get new dice.
We saw shit.
I got a 16.
Okay.
It's an 8.
No. Okay. So, is there anything you guys want to say on your rest before we get into it?
You know, if we put this cloth over his head, he kind of looked like a lamp.
Sorry.
Did he do anything?
I don't know. Did he move?
Does he move at night?
They put a cloth over Flux.
Oh, that was me?
That was just for like a moment. Like,
Like I only meditate for like half the night, and then he's usually just standing there. I have no idea if he can hear us or not.
you know, most of the time I don't sleep. It's just like you gotta get up, you gotta get down. But it's easier to just lay there and pretend that you're asleep.
You have to get up and you have to get down.
Yeah, you gotta go and take
And
care of
move it
business.
all around.
Yeah.
Oh, he's too young.
Well, if he can hear us, I hope he knows that any information about General Stigan would be really helpful to do anything that we're about to do today.
Can you feel stuff?
I don't know. Poke him harder.
Bang.
Bat.
Bat.
I don't do anything.
I don't think he can.
He doesn't
feel
do
us.
anything? Okay.
Yeah.
He's not like Clam.
Maybe.
You are aware of all this happening, just so you know.
Oh, am I? Okay.
Do you think he cares about yellow?
No, I don't think he cares about Yellow at all.
Yeah.
He owes his life to me and Yellow, but I don't think he cares about it.
When did you get yellow? I saw him in the camp, but you seem pretty attached.
Yellow and I have been together for almost 150 years.
Holy crap, that thing lasts that long?
We're Fae. Time is a little strange in the Feywild. And we've only been in this plane for about 20 years, but he was my only link to home.
Like 150 years is my whole lineage.
The whole entire species of kobolds.
No, my family.
Oh, sorry. We're long-lived.
Yeah.
How long do kobolds live?
Junk is just having a little bit of a breakdown right now.
You don't. I didn't mean it. It's okay. Just it.
I don't know. I think I've lived longer than most.
That's good. Have you seen a lot of things for a kobold?
I want to see more.
Have you seen anything like this?
The apocalypse? No.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we see with those perception rolls. Have you seen anything like Flux before? You seem to, in parts, resemble him a bit. Like the mechanical parts.
Yeah.
Eric, correct me if I'm wrong, but like my experience is not flux related. It's different.
No, I've worked with stuff like that, but he's not the same. I mean, Sprocket is my work, part my work, but it's I don't know. It feels different.
I don't know.
I got this manual, but it's
Yes, that manual
still
can be
figuring
really
that out.
bad.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes, it is.
Ah. I'd like to learn more. You know, I think one of these days, if he ever has a meltdown or something, I'd like to be able to help.
If Flux has a meltdown?
Yeah, like a real one, not like
Like a core meltdown? Like a motherboard meltdown?
I don't know, maybe. I don't know if there's a board in there. Does he look like circuits?
You just stare at Flux.
Can I see any wiring behind his eyes? He's staring right in.
Maybe you should open his chest. If
My
you can't
better
feel
chest?
anything, just open the chest. That's why I saw the flower.
It's true. Could I try and open?
Sleight of hand.
Can I help him in some way to get advantage?
No.
It'll be an 8.
Fair. That's
It's
fair.
an 8.
So you can open them up, but he
Wait,
is.
wait, can I no, I want to roll a save here.
No, you don't have to. You are fully aware of this, so I'll let you do whatever
I
you
would like-
want.
I would like to like lock it. Can I lock it internally? I don't want them to open me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So as you like try and pull, easy enough. You can just pull it open, but you hear like click just before you do, and it doesn't come free.
I take a dagger and just start like.
So give me a lock picking check.
Gonna say makes the sound of like a hotel safe, like locking
Like
up.
a 19.
Yeah.
So I am gonna
Are
give
you kidding me?
I am gonna give you
I'd
a.
like to wake up now. This is
I'm gonna give you. You're awake for all of this. You are awake through the entire surgery.
I had this really heartfelt thing I was gonna do, but now it's ruined. So I'll continue.
I will give you a save on the lock picking because you're contesting it. So
Yeah, what can like a constitution save?
you tell me. You pick whatever you want, and if you can justify it, I'll let you roll it.
You waited too long for a hug.
God damn it, I got a 15. God shit. I'm still gonna wake up.
Yeah, so for you're awake this whole time.
I wanted to see how far I could push it before you woke up.
I had this.
Do it, Chunk. Do it.
Oh, he's awake.
I would like to like grab Junk and just like lift him to my head. I'm like, what are you doing? Not like hurting him. Just like lift him by his cloth or whatever he has left. Or
It is the scruff of
Is he like a robe?
scruff is
Yeah,
robe.
Scruff is probably like
Oh, so you
what are you doing, little one?
I'm interested. I promise no hurt.
There's
No
nothing to be
hurts.
interested about.
What do you mean? You're one of these things, and we might have to fight them.
Maybe one day you can tinker with me, but it is not today.
I actually cannot wait for this day now.
I want Eric to be back because I want to know if the door is swinging open.
Oh,
Oh, the door is swinging open.
Link was like, "This is my chance. Enter."
Oh,
So you
Hi,
can't
Link.
hear us, Flux.
Link,
You
there's-
can feel everything.
Link found a toy.
But I just, what are you?
What is Sigan?
Well, I guess at this point we should wake up the group.
No, we'll tell them in the morning. Let them get their rest.
Yeah, they got to get their rest too. We can chat more, but
I was like, because we don't know what you know, Flux.
How can I break this down? We were all once friends.
Sigan.
You
Sigurd
and
was once my friend, and him and Cudless wanted more, and he decided that if he could get more, he would have to take it. So it caused a rift between our people and caused a divide, and we've been at war for millennia at this point. There's not many of us left, and we just constantly are waging war at no cost of anyone else's lives
until now.
until now.
What did he do up there, Flux?
I really don't know.
Is he stronger than you?
We're gonna find out.
Okay.
That sounds like a no.
Yeah, that sounds like a no.
So I don't know what just happened. I don't know what just happened, but
Huge reveal.
as this is all happening,
Eric, I closed my door and I left. I lowered.
sure, you got whatever. Unfortunately, you are not able to see anything during your watch.
Did they actually roll, or did they just?
They did.
roll?
No, we rolled.
No, we rolled.
They
We had
all.
Garbo over here.
Unfortunately, none of them rolled high enough to notice. They were all distracted with each other during the night. But we will bring you to the end of the long rest. You guys can all get your long rest.
Okay.
The next day the sun starts to come up out of your rocky outcropping. As the sun starts to break its way through slightly, it's still kind of dark with your pinkish purple sky that has now reached to the edge of the horizon from where you are. You do not see any blue left in the sky above.
So I'm sorry, it has expanded? Is that what you're trying to
Very
say?
much so.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
what I was explaining, when you were coming into Palmaflora, you noticed that it was much wider than it was before. Today, you now only see nothing but purple sky, or pink purple sky.
Okay.
Sounds beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
What's the problem?
Yeah. The only problem is the death ring.
No, there's trade-offs to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you are able to get to pretty early in the morning, say around 10 o'clock, 10-ish in the morning. You get your second breakfast in before you hit the base of the mountain and are ready to climb.
And breakfast.
So the way I like to do this climb up the mountain, because you have all the appropriate gear, is we're going to do a bit of a skill challenge. For those who aren't familiar with skill challenges, we're going to have 3 legs of the skill challenge, and it's going to be a group accomplishment. So for the first leg, I'm going to ask you each to describe one skill that you're using. So any skill that you have on your list, whether it's athletics through to survival, doesn't matter which one, as long as you can justify why you're using it. And then give me your result. So the first leg, to be able to make it up the mountain, you need to hit a certain target. I've got the number, I'm not going to tell you. But we'll see how many people can surpass that. As a group, if you guys hit the majority of the skill checks, you guys as a group succeed. So if someone fails drastically, it won't completely stop you, but it might hinder you a bit.
Okay.
Nat ones are bad. So keep that in mind.
I'm so scared of all of the dice in my tray.
Yeah.
So
This is why I can't find inspiration.
So we're gonna hit the first leg of the check. You're at the base of the mountain. You're gonna work your way up to the first third of the mountain. So if you guys feel free to jump in, but I need each of you to tell me what skill you're using and describe to me how you're applying that skill. And again, it can be anything you want.
But we're at the bottom, right? So this is the least steep spot.
Correct.
Rocket. This is our time to shine. You're knowledgeable of rocky surfaces. Could you show us the path? Lead the way, buddy. As I like ride on his back.
Okay.
Preferentially using an animal handling
Give me
check.
the roll.
Ooh.
Give me the roll.
That is a 11.
That's a fail.
We are having rough rolls here, guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
fix your house over there. Get your shit in order.
Okay.
I was at 11. It was upper half.
It's pretty good, but
That's the lower of the
who next wants to hop in? Who else is as the boar is kind of scrambling up this very steep mountain, not doing the greatest, trying to find
So
purchase.
is this like when I had imagined it, it was like straight vertical climbing, but it sounds like it's not quite.
You are at the base of the mountain, so it's the least steep, but it's still steep.
Okay, I mean, I'm just gonna use my straight up strength. Like I'm just
So
gonna.
athletics check.
Yeah.
So as Sven just kind of brute force climbing like every beginner climber does, just trying to use their muscles to get their way up the mountain. Give me your athletics check.
That's literally what I was gonna say. I was gonna say like when you go climbing and you're not using proper technique and you're just using your muscles. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
12 plus 6.
Okay, that's a success.
That's how it's done.
Who else? Who else would like to go?
All right, Gut can go. And I would say that Gut, while mountains are not necessarily his forte, he has spent like a lot of time out in the wilderness, like scrambling over terrain, foraging and stuff like that. So he has a decent idea of like what parts are stable and what parts aren't on the scaling up. So he's going to use survival.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Oh no, my love.
That's a nat 1.
Okay, cool.
Oh, not secretly a 7?
The little people.
No.
All right.
It's a nat 1.
As you talk a big game and you just slip on the first branch, not even a rock. You just go face first into the side of the mountain. Who next wants to make some effort to make progress up this hill?
I'll make some effort because who knows when Munchkin's going to be upset. So, considering Callista grew up on the coast and even part of her attire is intricately tied knots and knot tying, I'm hoping to harness everyone in, make a good structure, make sure all our ropes are secure. And I also have a climbing kit that we bought.
There you go.
I was like, that someone gave me, I think. So I was hoping to try selling a performance, but if you won't let me do it.
You can absolutely give me a performance as you're showing off how good of a rope tying individual you are, and having access to a climbing kit gives you advantage on that roll.
Excellent. I was like, we should check because I know more people bought climbing kits.
Oh, I have a climbing kit.
Yeah.
Be good for maybe a future leg.
Okay. Performance check.
If I still get one.
Holy crap. I have a +7 on performance.
Okay.
And yet it is an 11.
Lovely. All right.
God.
Okay. So
Maybe you're not going to let me do this, but we'll
Absolutely.
see.
Yeah, absolutely I will.
As Winona's
Fly up the mountain.
As Winona starts climbing the mountain, she's just gonna go ham with encouragement. And she's gonna be turning to each of her new friends and telling them exactly where they should put their foot next, and telling them that they've got this, and look how strong you are, and we're the best climbers of all, and I would like to use a persuasion.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah, you persuade.
Does that help her as well?
Oh god, it's a 5. That's with
Plus what?
No.
Oh.
That was with
Okay,
my
so
mom.
what I'm gonna say is you come up with it, but your tone is so bad that it comes off as very insincere.
Oh, that's too bad.
Come on, guys. You can do it. I believe in you guys. Come
You're
on.
so close. Like Gut like slips on the first branch. He's like, "You're so close, Gut. You've almost got this."
Not the kind of person I want to be in my life.
It's like the door.
Oh my
Cam
god.
and Courtney, do you guys remember opening the door and like ruining our whole plan on the ship that one time?
Yeah.
Okay. If I think Idis and Flux, you still have a chance at this, but unfortunately, with how bad the rest of the group has gone, even if you guys both succeed with nat 20s, you're not going to catch the success for the leg. So I'm going to jump right into the second leg, and I'll let you guys start.
Okay. Flux, did you want to go first, or?
Sure. So we're on the second leg already.
Yeah.
How do we get to the second leg when we failed the first
So
leg?
you guys do it, but it takes you a really long time. You gather that if you fail again, you guys won't make it till midnight before you are stuck on the side of this mountain amongst another
Oh yeah.
Don't like
I think it might be advantage.
explosion. So your speed climbing this mountain is directly tied to your performance
For
here.
later.
Gotcha.
So Flux is leading the pack on this climb up the hill right now. And for a warforged like myself who's been alone for a little while and I have better eyes than my companions, I want to use an insight check to kind of navigate this path.
Yeah, as you like touch stuff and you're like, it's probably good.
I'd also like to spice this up a little bit. I'd like to use jump on myself with rope like attached to me.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I like that. Using a spell, by casting jump, I'll give you advantage on your insight check.
So 17, right? I get to.
Wait, no, okay, there you go. Yeah.
Ugh.
You rolled 10, but plus wait, plus 7? Oh yeah, you rolled in advantage.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
Eric, can you remind me what? So for this round, the climbing kits do what for us?
The climbing kit, if you have one and you use it, you only get one use out of it, but it gives you advantage on your roll.
Okay.
Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to roll that.
Yeah, it's okay. We're gonna go with Idis next because she didn't get a chance the first leg.
Yeah, so Idis is going to, seeing that they're, Flux is doing okay with his thing, trying to lead the rest of the group. She is going to cast Mage Hand. So once more, the paints are going to come out, and she's just going to finger paint in the air a Mage Hand. And she's going to have it float in front of them and interact with the objects along the way.
Okay.
So kind of like poke at a rock here, poke at a body here to see if anything is reacting 30 feet in front of them at any given time. And she'll just keep casting because it's a cantrip.
Yep.
I'd like to make an Arcana check.
Okay, yeah. So you're just trying to see
Using
if
the
there's
Mage Hand to guide us in a safe path.
Sure, yeah, I like that as you're using your Arcana and your magic. So I'll give you advantage because you are casting that spell constantly through this entire leg.
Everybody cross your fingers.
You know the climbing kit?
Okay. 20.
Yeah, succeed.
3.
All right, who wants to keep going? So you guys, you're able to kind of point the way and point out some good holds as you're climbing up, but the rest of the group needs to keep going. Who wants to jump in next?
So sorry, I might have missed this. Does it have to be a different skill each time?
So yes, you need to use a different skill than you did in the first leg.
What?
That's what I was anticipating.
You can use the same skill as.
Okay. So Gut himself is like noticing that, there are kind of similar to Flux, that there are some parts of the rock, the scree, that are more solid footing than others. And so Gut is going to try his best to be as light on his feet as possible and, minimize his movements as much as possible. And so he'll try to stealth his way up the rocks to not disturb them.
I like it.
And he'll use his climber's kit for
Give me
this.
advantage.
That is...
Right. Remember, you're on the side of this
Thank
mountain.
God for advantage, because I rolled another nat 1.
Oh my God!
But I got an 18 on the other roll.
Okay, nice. Yeah, because you are on the side of the mountain. There are no places to hide here, so keep that in mind. I'm going to quickly run to the washroom. I will be back for whoever wants to go next.
I've got a plan for the third leg.
So as a heads up, if anyone thinks that they are not going to make it, I have a potion of climbing as well.
Ooh.
Don't know if that will also give advantage. Something for Eric to decide, but like that is
What's it say?
at our disposal. It just doubles your climbing speed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. If the group will allow, I have something for the third leg that I can do right off the bat.
Oh no, advantage on athletics
All right,
checks.
who's next?
So if anyone wants it, that's up for grabs. FYI.
Well, this time I might pull out my climbing kit and see if that can give me a little bit better of a climbing experience.
Yep.
And as I kind of set up my climbing kit, this is something that I feel really confident in, and I feel like I could make good progress with the climbing kit.
Okay.
So I would like to use performance to try and use the climbing kit to get up the mountain.
Okay. So give me the roll with advantage as you are climbing up, and you are embellishing the fuck out of it. You're like tying off knots and like throwing them up with abandon, and they just seem to be
Still not great, everybody. It's gonna be 12.
okay.
Even with advantage?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's not great, but it is enough that you feel like you let go of the pack, and just by luck, the rope does catch, swings back to the side of the mountain. You're able to get it. It doesn't look as cool as you'd hope, but is just enough to make it up the mountain with another successful loop. Now that hits the first four of you guys succeeded, so you've succeeded the second leg. So you've succeeded one, you failed one. So we're gonna move to the third leg because I don't want to drag this out a little longer than it needs to be. We will start with the people that haven't done anything on the second leg. So Sven,
Eric, can I do something just at the start of the third leg, and let me know if you think this will work or not? So what I wanted to do is, so Gut has just used his like sort of stealth ability to climb up and try and use a light touch up the mountain. So what he would like to do is, seeing how that worked really well for him, he would want to cast Pass Without a Trace for the group and see if people could use the stealth checks to go up the mountain, since I think he's the only person who did it.
I have an idea about how to use that.
I'll allow it.
If you okay.
Okay.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So Gut's gonna relay saying, listen, I tried this for the second bit. It worked really well for me. If you feel comfortable, give it a try yourself. And so he's gonna cast Pass Without Trace.
That's
So
awesome.
I will take that, and Eric, if you'll let me, I want to use my illusion instrument to try and create a minor illusion, just to help kind of like, I know it can't do complicated things, but to help us kind of blend in with the scenery as we go.
Trick the mountain.
Okay.
Well, who knows who's watching us, and if we feel safe and not watched,
So
we might be able to take our time and not fall.
Okay, so here's how I'm gonna roll this out. Everybody but Callista realizes that it's not doing anything, but Callista is dead sure that it is succeeding like fuck.
I like this a lot.
Do I still get the Pass Without a Trace though?
Everybody gets Passed Without a Trace. However, you cannot reuse a check that you already have.
Yeah, so Gut can't actually use it himself.
No, that's fine. I did a performance check last time, so I'm trying to do a stealth check on this one.
If you want to.
Sure, with the +10.
Sure.
Yeah, I was gonna do something else, but like it's a +10, so
25.
Nice.
You're able to work your way up this mountain very quietly and silently.
Guys, my illusion's really working. I should do this more often.
Perfect.
Cam, did you have something ready?
yeah, I'll use my pitons and crampons, and also to get the advantage, if I understand correctly, plus the Pass Without a Trace.
No, you have to use something else. Like it's just giving you the +10 because of the Pass Without a Trace.
I know, but didn't you say you get advantage if you use climbing gear?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah,
Could I jump in here? I would like to stealth and hold on to Sven.
Stealth laziness.
I have one question. Where do you hold on to him?
Like a backpack.
Also, is your boar attached to you?
Yeah.
No. I have Sprocket. I have Sprocket on my back.
It's not even your pet.
It's not your
That's
thing.
fine. That's fine. I have a play. I have an idea.
I like to think that I like made Sprocket a nice like basket so you could like backpack him.
He's
So
just
you're
chilling.
backpacked, he's backpacked on you.
So the way I picture it is I'm kind of tied off at the waist, but because I failed climbing up, Flux had grabbed Sprocket and myself from falling down, and at this point I've spider climbed up Sven, and between the two of us, there's just a rope.
Okay.
Oh, I love it. Come on.
Okay, Sven, how was your roll?
Just increase the DC for Sven.
I think I do.
Sure, that's fair. So I got using advantage. I got a 16 plus 10, so 26.
Yeah, you're good. You're able to climb up, and that's gonna drag. That's gonna.
That is so funny.
Do I need to stealth roll onto his back, or are we good?
Oh, you're good. You're good. You climbed up. How about the rest of you for this final leg?
Are we done, or no? We have to keep going.
You're not quite there yet.
So with what? I'm new to this. What's this pass without a trace? Do I have to roll a stealth roll for that?
If you roll stealth, you get plus 10 added to your stealth.
Okay.
That's only if Gut is staying 10 feet next to you. Interesting. So he's like kind of like skittering up and down the mountain to keep everybody in check. So yeah, I'll give it.
We're not just climbing side by side?
So this is how I'm going to do it. Gut, you can do this. Everybody gets the plus 10 if they use stealth, but you have disadvantage on your roll.
Okay, that's fine. And I can't use stealth anyway.
Whatever your roll is, you're going to have disadvantage.
I'm going to give you my climbing gear.
Nice.
No, but I already used climbing gear.
All right, well, I'm gonna take a shot here. So I have Sprocket with me on my back, and I'm just like, I'm climbing. I'm just like, I'm feeling the burn a little bit, and I'm like, I look over to Sprocket. I'm like, it's your turn, buddy. We still have a hook shot on him, right? So I want him to shoot like his grapple upwards, and I want to use animal handling for this.
Cool. We already established that Sprocket was with Junk, so
okay, sure.
You're talking to him. Here's what I'm gonna do. Use animal handling.
Okay.
Give me the roll.
Fuck.
No.
11.
You are so encouraged by Sprocket getting up the mountain himself, no issues, that you lose sight of your own hold and you pull back the group with a fail, as you are just kind of awe-inspired. So Sprocket is safe.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters. Let's jump over to Win. What are you doing?
I haven't used stealth yet, so I would like to do stealth. I think that would be wonderful. I will just try and very slowly and quietly stealth up the mountain.
Okay, yeah. Give me a stealth check.
Now, can I use my other bonus to stealth that I have in addition to the 10?
You do your own stealth, whatever you have, plus the 10.
No, I got a 1. Oh, no.
Like any other number.
Wait, Courtney, do you have climbing gear?
I have climbing gear, but it works out to be 13, but I think a nat 1 is a nat 1, right?
No, but it would have been even with the
She already used climbing gear. So
climbing gear.
It's gonna come down to Idis. Well, actually, sorry, we have Idis and Gut.
Yeah, Gut rolled, yeah.
Okay. So, Gut, you already used your climbing gear?
Yeah, I've already used my climbing gear.
Well, I have a potion of climbing, so this is a little different than a climbing gear. Gives you advantage on athletics checks.
On athletics checks?
Yes.
Oof.
Here you go. Use as needed.
Okay.
Okay. Idis is going to have a bit of a moment as another day goes by without Yellow. This is day 5, I think. And she is going to have a memory of in the Feywild, traveling with her group, traveling with Yellow, hiking through the Feywild where the trees are different colors and everything is beautiful and fine. And she is going to use she's also going to use her climbing gear to try and stealth up this mountain the way they would have in the Feywild to avoid any monsters living in the
Mhm.
caves. So advantage and a plus 10
Yep.
is correct?
If you're doing stealth.
Yes. Stealth with climbing gear, if
Yep.
that's allowed.
Yep.
Okay. They're both garbage. But it comes to a 22 with the plus 10.
Okay. Yeah, you are good. So we're gonna go down to gut. It actually does come down to you.
Oh my
shit.
god.
Is it? And you say I get disadvantage on whatever roll I make?
But you get advantage because of the potion?
If you can find advantage on something else, sure, it'll cancel each other out. But at a baseline, you're having disadvantage from you casting that spell for everybody else.
Oh,
It's athletics only for the potion of climbing, is what it says.
I know. And I don't know if you've noticed Gut, but he's not the most athletic of beings.
You don't have that dad bod strength?
Maybe like great granddad bod, but
Maybe you got
let's see. Eric, does rope do anything?
I'm assuming you're all using rope currently to avoid someone falling off.
It's just part and parcel. Okay, never mind.
If you are free climbing or you're free soloing, you should let me know because we'll make this way more dangerous.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's
give me sort of
I just picture Gut free soloing the Heartstar Peaks.
okay.
just a dial up.
The one other thing that I can think of. Okay, so I have two ideas, and you can let me know if either one might work.
You tell me. I'm not choosing for you.
Okay.
Do it, Gut. Whatever it is. Do it. Do it.
Use the one that'll work.
All right. So Gut would like to use his thorn whip as a way to sort of like have an extra like anchor point with the rope as he's climbing.
Mhm.
Does that do anything?
Was that the better of your two ideas?
Was that a cantrip?
So that is a cantrip, so I can cast it over and over again. The other
No,
option.
you picked that one. You picked that one.
All right.
I'm gonna say, give me a nature check with a straight roll.
Straight roll, nature check, and that's my ability.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to hit a 12.
14.
As a group, you are able to summit the peak as the sun's coming down.
No.
Before the middle of the night. You arrive to the peak of the Hearthstar Peaks. It's maybe about 10 o'clock, and you figure you got about an hour, 2 hours before whatever happened last night happens again. But we find ourselves there. Sven, you're the first to notice, before everybody else does in time, that the pink smoke seems to be emanating from the top of this peak, and you see ripples of sheet lightning coming off the peak of the mountain. You see electricity tendrils, negative charges of sheet energy hitting a central point as everybody else kind of comes into view of this, cresting the peak of the mountain. A small altar, the lightning hitting this, emanating into this pink cloud that's blotting out the sky that you've seen over the last few days, and then that energy dissipating before it gets too far out of view. As you see this, let's see if I can add this. Hearth. Is this gonna load in? Trying it out. does it load? Trying this new map
Yep.
out.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, it loads.
Whoa!
Hello loaded. Ah, ah, ah.
Oh wait, she's gone.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay.
I will never get over how adorable Junk is.
Okay. As you get to the top of this mountain, middle of the night, lightning hitting the peaks. What do you guys do? I get a vibe here. Vibe check.
Can I do a perception check to see where we can hide?
Sure.
Can I do like I don't know?
You don't see anything. You're at the top of a mountain.
I know, but there's nothing. There's no
I
like.
want to see what.
We're at the summit.
But there still could be something.
What?
Rocks, a rock formation.
Yeah, is there like any like abandoned gear? Is there anything on this mountain or summit?
Nope.
Could be strawberries.
No dead bodies, no strawberries, no.
Celestia is wondering about language or runes anywhere.
Yeah. What languages does Callista speak?
That is a great question. She speaks Celestial, Common, and Deep Speech.
Fuck. All right.
Yes.
She's very pleased with herself.
In Celestial, you read. You read. For those worthy to commune with those that have passed. This is your portal, your doorway to speak with those that have not last.
Okay.
I relay that to the group.
So we can speak to the dead here? Is
My
that
Yeah.
Those who have not passed.
not passed?
No, for those who have passed to speak with those who have not. So yeah, so we, the living, could speak with the dead, it seems
Right.
like.
Well, this
Okay.
is a portal, so I'm wondering if this is to the astral plane, as what was the discussion that you just had earlier.
Yeah.
What you see is at the center of this, the kind of the middle. I can't draw on this. Still beta. That pink smoke is funneling up to the sky and billowing out, adding to that cloud that's blotting out the sky.
It looks really cool.
It looks dope.
Can we see through it at all?
Give me a perception check.
Nine.
You're not able to see anything. You can try and get closer to look into the like it's smoke or vapors, but from where your position is, you can't see anything.
Do you want me to like hold the rope? Like I can tie. Like I'll tie the rope to you, and you want to go check?
Let me just see what it is first. Detect magic.
As you cast detect magic,
Oh no.
yeah, you see the brightest colors you've ever seen in your life. Your hundreds of years of existence. You see a resonance of necromantic energy that you have not ever seen on anything before. This smoke is pure necromantic magic, funneling out, blotting out the sky.
Do not touch the smoke.
But we have to go in there, don't we?
Can we close it instead?
Do we blow it up?
I mean, I could temporarily get rid of maybe some of the smoke. But
I mean, Flux's idea I laughed at, but admittedly, if the thing doesn't exist, maybe the portal doesn't work.
Well, that's the thing. Like, this was the place. This was originally. I can't do an accent with this, but pretend it's in character. That's too much speech. This was a peak that originally had blue coming off the top of it. And from the book that Iris had read, this was like the first place that the gods had touched down in Exandria. And this is also where Flux's mortal enemy, whose name I cannot remember, Sigyn, climbed the mountain, had an evil speech. We ran away, and that's when the tear ripped open. So something was done to activate this. Are there any, kind of like Callista with language and ruins, is there anything like glowing on the floor, like a power source that could be cut?
Ooh, we pulled the plug.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You win the campaign.
Woo!
No credits.
Nice. Good job.
But yeah, like these are metal people, right? And they were looking for, oh God, Sean, you might have to help me out. The
Energon
power source things. So if they had found it and they used it to power this thing, there's an energy source somewhere. Is there something like that? Could I detect that or look for that?
We have some of it. We took some vials of it from the basement.
So we took residuum.
Yeah, before give me an Arcana check.
Okay. I am so scared. Which one? This one's better.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with this?
I think you just need to burn all of your dice.
It's a 10.
I hate to say it, but you're having a hard time reading where, like,
that's fine.
What part of this is this necromantic energy versus other magical energy? It's almost overwhelming to be able to parse the sources of energy that are in
Do I have any idea of what it is?
I'll let you give me an Arcana check.
Like, long story short, this was turned on. We can turn it off.
I have an 8.
You're looking off the side of the mountain, seeing how high you are, and it's pretty cool.
That sounds pretty accurate.
Can I use the religion check on it? Sorry.
Describe to me what you're doing.
Well, so I was thinking that, like, the answer might just be this doesn't work, but I'm going to be coming at it from, like, this is a old god style system. So, like, I want to look for any texture information, kind of like what Callista did, but more from, like, the religion standpoint, like what I have been taught as I've grown up. And if it is unrelated, that's completely fine.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute, though.
I think, give me a religion check to determine what, okay.
Like, if it doesn't work, it's fine. I was just like, if it's related, then I want to use it. But if it's not, that's okay.
We should just smash this thing.
Boy, that was a journey, eh? It was almost a 20, but instead it was an 11.
You can tell that whatever this structure is, it resembles similar construction to temples across Wildmount. That this was made by people. Don't know what god it was for or who it was to serve, but you can tell that whatever is releasing this gas was built by people, not by the gods. I think that's probably what an 11 will get you.
Yeah, I'll relay that.
How big is the geyser?
It's about 5 feet across.
Yeah.
Can we see down the geyser, or can we not get close enough?
You can certainly try.
The
All right,
smoke is necromantic. Be careful, be careful. This might be the astral sea spinning forwards.
So before I want to go in closer, I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis.
Cool. I love this.
I know that one.
I love this.
Really good one. Wait, hold on. Before you do that, can I just share this with the group? Flux wants to, like, step up here and ask this. This is something from the text that is, or from what we've seen, I'm assuming they relayed this, that we saw a corpse walk away or land walk away, whatever. And from what I'm gathering, do you think this is just affecting flesh? Whereas I'm more like metallic and in nature. Do you think this is something that I need to step up with? Like, do you think I should just touch it and see if it reacts to me?
Touch the butt.
You can certainly try.
I'm asking the group, not you.
It might. Like, we really don't know.
Yeah.
If this is the astral sea, though, then it's like souls spilling forward. It might have nothing to do with it. It might have everything to do with
What
it.
if he doesn't have a soul?
I didn't want to say that, but like,
Could be
but
fun.
if it's just
I
like
shed a tear.
souls
Just a tear, one
manifesting,
tear.
right? Like it might have nothing to do
But the
with
way he's been acting, it's kind of like he doesn't have a soul.
it. It might. Like that's a good thought. Because your people turned it on, right?
Yeah.
As far as we know, your people turned it on, so maybe they can withstand it. Or maybe they all like got obliterated as soon as they turned it on. We have no idea. We weren't here.
Oh man. Okay.
Do it your heart. Do you have a heart?
Do what you're gonna do though, Flex, because that's a really cool idea.
But wait, what's the armor thing do? That
Oh,
you're
it just
casting as
gives
he says that?
it gives me temporary hit points, and also if someone attacks me, then they take cold damage. But
Gotcha.
it's just more so to have the temporary hit points. But I'll let Flux do what you're gonna do first. But I've already cast Armor of Agathis, so I have the hit points.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to the geyser.
Just
And
don't
I'm gonna
touch
be,
the
like,
smoke.
Cinematically, I'm gonna like walk up, like I'll be like a couple feet from it or whatever, a foot from it, and I want to put one arm into it, like gently. Does it do anything?
You stick your hand in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna touch the altar.
I thought our lesson this episode was
Wait, what?
don't
That's
stick
what
your
I
hand
thought
in
it
holes.
was.
So you stick your hand in the altar or into the geyser. Seeing as you stuck your hand willingly into it, I don't think you make a save. I'm gonna need you to take 100 points of necrotic damage.
Oh,
I'm dead.
my god.
what is your total hit points?
I don't want to tell you.
Oh, he's gone. That's an insta kill.
You-
There's
you
no way
see-
you have 100 hit points.
You
to spare.
see Flux disintegrate in front of you.
Oh no! This is Sean's first campaign. He lost his
I
character.
think he had a soul, guys.
I thought it would just melt my arm or something like that.
So related to the plot.
Oh no.
Roll credits.
Could have thrown a rocket.
We could have thrown something.
Why did you stop me?
I thought you were touching the altar, not the smoke.
I thought that's what the whole that I put my arm in it.
No, there's like an altar with smoke coming out of it, but there's like a structure you could have touched.
Eric, he didn't
Oh,
know.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I thought there was just like a guy. I thought it was just a geyser when I asked.
Oh.
So what? So he just disintegrates into like what? Like a
Okay,
pile of
so
ash?
is there anything you say before you stick your hand in? I want to give you that moment.
No, I didn't. Too late now. I thought like there
Oh,
was.
okay. We're gonna flash back in time. What do you say before you put your hand in?
I'll be back.
You see Flux as he disintegrates in, getting absorbed into this geyser, sucked up, spewing into the sky.
Oh,
Damn,
The end game.
I'm assuming I can't cast Gentle Repose on his remains.
There are none. There are none.
We need Myron.
Is this
thought
magic items and all?
Everything he had on him.
Some really cool stuff.
That was so much magic items.
Good thing he didn't have Sprocket on him.
Yeah, really.
Oh man.
So, Win, are you checking out inside?
Oh, you're muted.
Win backs up. My 10 temporary hit points would have done nothing. And Win just looks at the group completely in disbelief. And I think Win starts to cry because it almost was her 3 seconds ago, but she also just lost this new friend she was making. So like just like silent tears are just like streaming down her face in like almost like a panic. I don't have anything to say though. My character is completely silent.
I think Callista attempts it just in a frenzy, knowing that it won't work, but she's gonna use Destroy Water just because she's so like, no, that can't be it. Like, I just gotta deal with the smoke, and I like try and cast it. I'm sure it does something, but I know it doesn't bring him
It
back.
doesn't. As you hit it, there's no water in this.
Okay.
Junk gets closer and just yells out, Flux!
Don't touch the smoke.
Flux, are you... Can you hear us?
No response.
Callista, you said this was... I mean, you could talk to the the whatever's in there.
I said that?
The-
Oh, I
the
said I could
text?
read. I could.
No, I can read it too, but you said it said talking to the dead.
Oh, yeah. For those who are worthy. Uh, this is
Clearly,
your
Flux is
doorway to speak with those who have not passed. So, I mean, doorway. Maybe he just went through. Maybe he's just on the other side.
Can we talk? Can we talk to Flux?
Well, I wonder,
Flux.
didn't we see him go up into the smoke and the atmosphere?
Well, it's still dead. Dead is dead, and you talk to the dead through this dead talking thing.
Yeah. Yep.
What?
I mean, if he had a soul that moved
Okay.
to the astral plane.
What do you ask Flux?
Flux?
You good,
What's it
bro?
like?
What do you
What's it like
ask
in there?
Flux?
I don't know what to ask. Flux.
Okay.
Talk.
Who's asking?
I don't. I'm still
Callista.
silent. I'm in shock. Yeah,
You have
close
something?
What's it like in there, Flux?
A little cold. A little dark.
I guess that would be my one thing is like, did this come across to us as like he took a crap load of damage and is like dead, or did he just like disappeared in like smoke as far as we know?
As far as you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what did Edith see with detect magic up?
I'm starting to get hair in weird places. And
That's getting old.
Yeah, that's part of getting one.
You saw whatever magical energy that Flux had on him, or on them, just get pulled into the necromantic energy. That very powerful necromantic energy seems to suppress and overtake anything that was on him, and whatever was there before has disappeared, and all you still see is the necromancy.
I mean, I think he is dead. He's just in the astral plane now.
Which is where souls go after they die.
Yeah, exactly.
So dead.
No, yeah, dead. But I mean, there are ways to get to the astral plane.
What's
Oh yeah, you could jump in after him.
Hey, we got the holes.
you said? Don't put your hand in a hole.
I mean, we've learned that lesson the hard way.
I told you all not to touch this smoke.
I
It was
know.
the first thing I said.
Don't dead.
I can
Open
try
inside.
and destroy this if you want. I can cast Shatter and try and destroy this altar.
Okay.
I feel like it's going to be Gimli attack in the ring, but I mean, that's Cameron. In game makes sense.
I don't have any better ideas, so.
I don't have any ideas.
Is
Fine.
there
It seems like a terrible idea.
is there anything like I don't even know because I've already made an Arcana check. Like they turned it on somehow.
Throw a bag of holding in
Edith
there.
would be looking for a way to cover it, turn it off, something to like slash out. You know, if a ruin is just marked up enough, it'll turn off, kind of thing. She went to school. She has some idea how this works.
Yeah, and you're struggling because like your roll wasn't high enough.
And can I
the
do
last
one thing,
to
Eric?
destroy it.
Sure.
Again, because Gut is not super with it when it comes to arcane stuff, but he knows nature and he knows nature well. So like, can he try and look for like, obviously, there's the altar and everything, but like anything else in the surrounding area that doesn't look natural? Like, can he do a check?
Give
for
me a
something
roll,
like that?
but I'm gonna say that a plume of necromantic smoke in its own right doesn't look fucking natural. So
No, I
if
get
you're
that.
looking
It's more
around,
like if there's anything, like
give me the
in
roll and
surrounding
I'll
area.
see if there's anything besides that.
All right. Just a straight roll, or
Yeah, unless you have something
Anything
else.
well, it was like whether like nature or survival would factor into that.
Well, you're using your nature check, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a dirty 20 then.
You notice that the circumference of this podium, this pedestal, seems to be made of stone that's not natural to the peaks. This was all imported material and constructed. And as Sven had indicated, it's constructed by people, not like something that people could build. You notice that strewn across the area outside the circle are a number of stones that seem to be anchored in and around this area, that are likewise not natural to the top of the mountain. The stones that are there seem to be the same material as the rest of the altar, but seemingly seem to have been pulled from the altar itself.
Okay. So I guess just looking around, Gut kind of points to all these like stones in a circle around the altar and says, those don't look natural. Look like the same material as that altar there. Wonder if they come from the same place. But that's all he's got.
I'd like to pray to Cord. I don't have a spell or anything.
Yeah, just give me your prayer.
Is it audible?
I think I'm mumbling it under my breath.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
Did you get that, Eric?
That dude you hate. Can you bring him back for us?
Basically, I'm gonna say, Ocord. No, I'll say, we've uncovered a ritual site to a false god, and I'd like to help destroy it. Please give me the wisdom to understand this feature. And basically, I'm just trying to find out if Corey can help me, I don't know, roll something or do something to like point me in the direction.
Give me a religion check with advantage, because I love this.
Very nice.
Nice.
Well done.
What is that? Is it cocked?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought. Okay, so 17. Sorry, 19.
Yeah, easy enough. As you are praying, you see a bolt of lightning split, hitting the stones around the temple that have been loose, that have been pulled away.
Yeah, I think Gut was, I think Gut was on the right. Well, I guess first off, I'll be like, huh! Then I'll be, I think Gut was on the right path here. I think we've got to do something with these stones, but I don't know if we should be trying to destroy them or if we need to move them into a formation.
Are we talking like a Stonehenge situation, or are they just like boulders that don't?
They've
that
just
aren't
been
the same
tossed
material?
loose.
They've been tossed loose. Okay.
So is there like if I look at the structure, is there like, oh, there's 3 empty spots? Was it 3 stones?
Oh, there's I believe there's 14, something like that.
Okay, so the ones in the picture are actually what you're okay. So, but I don't see a spot that they correlate to on the image. Should I see a spot?
So, what you
should I make them a circle? Is that what the goal is here? Is like if I fit them together, they'll be a circle?
Okay, because we're working in abstract imagination. You would gather that these stones are made of the same material as the rest of the temple, that they are loose, so you could theoretically pick them up. There doesn't seem to be any part of the pedestal that seems to be missing stones, save and except for where the hole in the center of it has been removed.
Just fill the hole with the stones?
Plug the hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
So also just to note, there's like 14 stones, and you said the lightning bolt came down and hit each one of them. That would have been fucking epic to watch.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, I need another strong person to help me. Oh no, the other strong person's gone.
No.
How big are they? Are they boulders or are they mage hand worthy?
Yeah, because I have mage hand too. I might be able to help with that.
What I'll say, for the sake of time, looking at the clock.
I'll start moving on him too as an FYI.
Guidance.
What am I talking about? I don't have mage hand. My Baldur's Gate character has mage hand.
They're heavier than 10 pounds.
Okay,
I'm gonna say only Sven is well, with Flux gone. Only Sven is strong enough to lift them up.
Damn.
Yeah,
What do you?
that's
What do
fair.
you? So you lift up the first one. What are you gonna try and do with it?
I'll dump it in the hole.
As you throw it into the hole, it does not seem to disintegrate like your compatriot does, and it falls into it.
So if I threw the stone in there,
Yeah, that's all it was. And you start throwing the rest of them, and it starts building up, plugging the hole, and the fog or the smoke seems to dissipate as it gets plugged with these stones built up on top of each other.
Great, we won the campaign, guys.
Let's start a new one. Sean can play.
so it doesn't you know I'm not.
But like now what? So okay. So did like you said the smoke stopped? That was the only thing that was like showing that it was activated, I guess. Great.
Did the sky clear?
Yeah.
Can we see blue? Do we have to wait?
Sky is
Does it
not
look
cleared.
like
You
it's
just
person?
you've just stopped the continuance of necromantic energy for the time being.
So there's still a rift. Like before we could see a rift in the sky, a purple rift, right? Is that still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can still see the potential blue fire raining down.
Find out in an hour or two if you wait.
So I know Callista's not here, but I wonder where that other song takes us to. And is it the astral plane? We were talking about that earlier.
You found it in the do you know what language it was? In the
second song you found.
Deep speech.
It was deep speech.
Be the fire realms.
Where do aboleths
we're,
come
s-
from?
we're
Like, where do
totally
they-
metagaming this.
I
but-
know that is super meta.
Yeah, Eric, I don't know if you heard that, but Callista is wondering, where do aboleths originate from?
You can give me a. Yeah, you can give me an Arcana check.
Arcana? Okay, hold on.
Could
As you-
Idis roll as well with this, being proficient in it?
I'm gonna just say I'll let the one roll stand.
Yep. Perfectly fair.
Twelve.
Boo.
From a different plane.
Okay.
Different than astral plane, or just different than this plane?
As you guys are standing there, unless you guys are doing anything for the next hour, cut me off if you do. I'm gonna fast forward an hour.
Just as a quick question, are there bodies on the top of this mountain?
No.
Okay.
But as the hour comes, you see that rift in the sky pulse, and you start to see rain spilling out across the valley, wherever that smoke has extended to, falling once more. The rift is still active, but the smoke feeding the extent has been quelled for now. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Well, we'd like to stop it, but we don't know how.
Callista was wondering, can she see any of the like evidence of the like skeletons or the ghosts or whatever, like any of that stuff that was descending towards the town? Can we see anything from the top of the mountain?
You're pretty high up. You can see it falling. You can see it kind of going down towards the ground, but it's so far that it's hard to. It's like little ants across the valley. You can see some movement, but it's hard to make out what, if anything.
Okay.
Got it.
Wayne, is there anything in Pomaflora that something from the astral plane would want? Does your father have anything?
I'm gonna history check that. Is there anything I can think of, Eric? No? Okay. Not that I know of. I can't think of anything that would correspond with what's going on here.
Okay. Last call. Anything you guys want to do?
It sounds like there's something.
I can't think of anything. I don't know. I'm blanked.
Goodbye, Flux.
Yeah.
Well, I
We can
can't.
make a new one.
I'm on the hill, like in Star Wars where like everything's happy and they're doing the dance shit. I'm a ghost and just send them back.
So, what I'm going to finish off with, Flux. Your feet hit metal. Kunk kunk. You can feel the ground below you turn. With it, you are moving. You look around and you see gears interlocking with each other, turning. Large, mechanical. Gook, gook, gook. As you look out, you see a couple of figures. One seems to catch your presence, hearing the footfalls. Well, I'll be damned. Hi, Flux. As he draws a blade. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
It gets worse and worse for Flux.
Oh, damn.
How else had I gone through there? We need to teleport.
I guess
to
as you see Sigan and his army behind him.
You guys on your home plane?